Oh man. Alrighty, we're back with another week of Light of Thylea. So, we are starting a little bit late. Thank you guys for your patience. Sorry about that. And OBS or my internet decided to have a little bit of a heart attack at the beginning there, so almost got disconnected. So we'll see how that goes. As you know, we ended up having to cancel the session before baby was born because of Comcast. This session might not be brought to you by Comcast. So Comcast, that's right. You will never ever sponsor us. That aside, I am glad to be back. This is the first stream after my second little baby girl was born, and I'm a happy papa. She's a great baby. Yeah, couldn't be happier. Well, I'm glad to be back with you guys here. Most of you guys. As you notice, a couple of us are not really here, and that is mostly because Brian, aka Rodas, ended up having to do a crazy amount of work, and Justin, aka Casaria, is in the middle of a move still, so that is not going to happen tonight. So as we're forging on, I just want to jump right back into it since we are starting a little bit later today. Couple quick announcements before we get back into how is David going to brutally murder. I'm sorry. How are we going to facilitate this wonderful session? First up. We are having some website updates on polyhedra.io. This is going to be live later in the week, but you'll actually be able to sign up, have your own section of the website where you can check, hey, what are the statuses of my games going on? Who are the DMs that I'm running with? Leave reviews for your DMs and those kind of things. Things that should have been there a really long time ago, but I promise we're finally making our way around it. It's going to be great. Or it's going to be great enough. The plan, as with all of these things, is to get a little bit better every single week. So any input is going to be greatly appreciated. Also, by the way, thank you for all the input that you guys have had on the code of conduct, which we're currently updating as well. So thank you so much. Again, when I first made Polyhedra, it was just important to me have a code of conduct so that we could hold people accountable if they exhibited toxic behavior. The input that I've been getting from the community is great, and I love expanding on that because ultimately it's for you guys, just making sure that you have something that you feel comfortable with and safe with. Looking at my notes. Oh yeah, we're starting a new giveaway starting with tonight. So anyone that follows us starting now through the end of April, just because, you know, we kind of lost March there. Where'd March go? So through the end of April, anyone who follows us, you know, obviously subs, cheers, super appreciated, is going to be automatically entered for a giveaway. So if you guys want to get probably some other character art, unless you guys, what else do you guys think would be cool for a giveaway? See, I knew when I posed that question that Damon was going to be a smart ally about it. I knew it. I knew it. I just kept going with it. Anyway, so aside from Comcast. All right. Stream is back, but does it pick up you guys? That's what I'm trying to. Somebody say something.
Can you hear us, Drunk
Rat? Oh my god, finally. Jesus Christ. Drunk Rat, you are, you know, Drunk Rat and Ice Cold Milk, and all of you guys, like, you guys deserve so many, oh my god, we got a hype train out of having a stream that dropped and the audio somehow not working. So thank you guys for that.
Thanks, Drunky.
Great to be back. Thank you so much, Drunky. I hope I can call it.
Have we ever had a hype train?
We've had a hype train like once before. Yeah, this is.
I don't know what
really
this
cool,
is like.
Though.
I don't know.
What is this?
I don't know how Twitch works.
I think they just changed it recently. That like they're trying this out with some of the you know, the smaller affiliates, where if you get on that, you get on a better view on the website. So we might be having a whole bunch of people join us tonight, which would be really awesome. Hey, thank you, Drunk Red. Oh, and just to point out, Drunk Red, he pushed us over 100%. We're there. Whoop, whoop.
I feel like I'm being perceived now, and I don't like it. So.
Don't see me.
I need.
Here, I'll just put your token over your face. Oh, there you go. But it feels to be good. It feels good to be back, despite all the craziness that always has to happen with the tech side of things. Thank you for you guys' patience. I sincerely appreciate you guys. Just as a heads up, though, we will be back to the normal start time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, starting again next Tuesday next week. That's it from me. I'm excited. I want to get back into it. What about you guys? Anything that you guys wanted to shout out real quick before we get back? Oh, I think Marissa, you have something that would be cool to pitch for Saturday, right?
Not yet, but thank
Oh, okay.
you.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I
Just
am a
kidding.
liar. I tell
Stay
lies.
tuned.
Just
Hey,
lies.
get
Just ignore what I said again.
excited.
I am, as you
Mystery of
say, or my wife would call me, a hot mess. Um,
it. But thank you so much. Yeah, I will. Maybe next week.
all right, cool. With that, let's dive back into tonight's episode of Odyssey of the Dragonlords with our wonderful cast of Light of Thylea. Previously, and this is a little bit of a longer recap just because it has been 3 weeks and all of that good stuff, right?
Jesus Christ.
So first up, hey, thank you, Zar. So once upon a time, at the very beginning of the cosmos, no, you guys,
I need that recap.
No. We did this already.
We did do that. Y'all, last session afterwards, we sat down, we had a whole recap. It's so fun to lord up as a DM. Don't get me started.
I went over every NPC in the game.
Everything. So many tokens of chat. So many. Oh my god, I forget how large the cast for this is. It's absolutely bananas. So, anyways, you guys find yourselves in the land of Thylea, a large continent, kind of like Lost Island. And the big thing to know is that the Oath of Peace is coming to an end. A tentative cold war between the Titans and the Five Gods, the settler races and the original Fey races of Thylea that have waged war for the last 5 centuries. Or, well, before that even. However, for the last 5 centuries, it's been a cold war, thanks to the Oath of Peace. However, as you know, in the next days and weeks to come, the Oath of Peace will come to an end, at the end of which the Titans will be able to fully strike out against the settler races once more, and as all pointers so far point towards it, will try to wipe out the civilization points of Mitros, Eresia, and of course Astoria. Now, you guys have been prophesied to be the heroes that will avert this one way or another, to save Thylea, whatever that means. You guys in that process were able to recover the original ship, the Ultros. There, you guys were able to travel across the cerulean much more safely. As you know, Sidon, the god of storms and the seas around Thylea, has been able to make travel for the civilized races very, very, very hard. The Ultros is a magical ship, however, made out of a tree that was soulbound to the nymph that, is also the aunt of Estrella, complicated from there. Like I said, lots of NPC tokens. So many NPC tokens. And we're one boost away from another train. What does it mean to go to level 3? You guys tell me in chat, because I don't understand hype trains. I do not understand them.
All I know about hype trains is that they unlock other emojis if you get them high enough. If someone has it set up like that, that's all I know about hype trains.
Oh,
there's like specific emojis that get unlocked.
Junkie will tell us. He knows everything.
All I know is it's telling us it's a boost train, which might be
a boost train. Whatever that means.
Well, it means we got there from a boost. That part I know.
Oh, that's cool. So thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. As we delve back into the recap, you guys have been traveling across the Cerulean Sea because, as you guys are now the heroes of the prophecy, you are moving across and, of course, trying to well, on the one hand, find a way to travel across the Cerulean and beyond so that you guys can accomplish certain things, such as find the dragon that is responsible for Rhodus' mother's disappearance and death, as far as you guys know. And you guys are also on the hunt of Sidon's Grand General, Gaius, who apparently holds the last missing piece to your guys' Antikythera, which is a device of antiquity that is used in order to travel all across. Wow, look at that. That's crazy.
Holy moly.
Wow. Oh man.
Huh.
Drunky? Can I call you Drunky? That was super nice of you. Oh my god. Oh man. How am I gonna get through this recap? Liftoff.
What
All right,
is
we're doing. What is that? This is crazy. Whew. Oh my god, that is crazy. With 800 recommendations.
Oh, nice.
What
nice.
does that mean?
What does that mean? That is crazy. Okay,
Recommended to 800 people, maybe?
that's
What
cool.
does it mean? Oh, that's another TikTok. I can't reference any more TikToks.
No. What does it mean? I mean, that's OG Vine, right? That was on Vine first, the double rainbow.
No, well, that's true. It is the double rainbow, but the one I was talking about is the Miley Cyrus one.
Oh, I don't know that one. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
that's because you're a boomer. That's why I said I
oh,
can't
get
reference it.
out of here! All right. Wow.
If he's a boomer, then
You're a
know what
lich.
I am.
Don't
We're
worry
gonna
about
die.
it.
We're dying now.
I was just thinking I must be greatest generation, but nope,
Lich.
I'm older than that, I guess.
Straight to lich. You're just a very young lich.
Scotty has one.
You guys were a little short on cash though, so you talked to King Acastus, the king of Queen Valis, who happens to be one of the 5 gods that is protecting the civilized races. It's been an interesting relationship that you guys have gone through with King Acastus. In the very beginning, he was certainly very antagonistic towards you, and that tune seems to have changed a little bit, especially towards the latest interactions that you guys have had, to a much more, well, engaging and gentle and kind king, which is interesting. He was the one who ended up sending you guys out on the mission to kill the chimera that has been, terrorizing the waterways around the Cerulean Gulf, which of course is making trade difficult. Now, as you guys were able to travel to the island of the Chimera, you ultimately found it and found out that it had some, what is it called, brood that it had been raising there, which of course, bad news. As part of its roosting process, it seems to have also grabbed coinage and other rare materials and such from the ships that it was destroying along the pathway. You guys not only defeated the Chimera, but then sunk down into the depths below, as apparently there was a subterranean cavern filled with water, within which you saw glistening thousands and thousands of coins and special gems and other stuff. But of course, there had to be some chads, and by that I mean chuls, that obviously had to attack you guys. Sidon
That's
was...
what they were called. I forgot.
Sidon was also not too happy and ended up sending vortices against you guys, against everyone except for Estrella, his granddaughter, as it turns out. At the end of the fight, when you guys were able to defeat the chuls, Sidon turned towards you, Estrella, and tried to convince you to join the side of the Titans, so that you may not find the fate that the heroes apparently are certainly looking at themselves currently. Wow, that English made no sense, but I think you know what I mean. That aside, you turn him down gently, saying that you hope for a little bit more of a peaceable, a little bit more of a freedom for the peoples of Thylea to choose for themselves. The disappointed Sidon said that he could no longer protect you then, and disappeared. We're picking him back up there as you guys are currently floating underneath the water. You have your water breathing active. Everyone is still alive, some fucking how. And you guys have a metric fuck ton of coinage and other loot down here. Light of Thylea, it's been a few weeks. What do you want to do?
Man, I guess we got to get all this stuff out of here and back to the other island so we can meet the boat, huh?
Yeah, we should be able to put it in the bag, right? I mean, this is, I think the bag will work.
There's like a lot of water everywhere, though.
I can help with that.
There's some dry spots. We just have to take it out of the water, then put it in the bag. I mean, it's gonna take a while, but I mean, it's better than just leaving it. I mean, Lara, if you want to leave it here, we can donate your portion to a charity.
Is that charity feeding your dragon?
So
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have you know, I'm the one with the bag, so
I'm holding this back.
It was just a suggestion.
I think Rhodas is still enlarged. Well, it's like there's seconds remaining on that if you guys want to quickly do
it
something
only
with that.
lasts a minute, I think.
Can he punch an alcove into the ceiling of the room we're in.
So
I mean, there's dry spots in here, right?
Basic physics, if you shove the solid stuff in, the liquid stuff will flow back out.
Yeah. So there is actually no
Right.
dry spots in here.
Oh, I thought that was.
I figure here, I'll bring you guys back to that. This looks deceptively like it does have. I've really just put that little shiny here. I'll shift everyone over so they can see this as well. But I've really just added the little shiny things to it. Man, shift on over.
I forgot we were all blessed. Who did that? Weird. Strange.
Pat. But yeah, so as you guys are underground here, there is all the loot seems to be kind of centrally located on this central pillar that kind of seems to rise out. If this had not been underwater, yeah, this, or at least a lower water table, you could see that this definitely would jut out. But this currently is all underwater.
And David, this pillar thing, is that what had the picture of the other Titans on it, or was that something else? I'm just trying to refresh my brain.
Yes, that is precisely what is going on with that one. There we go. This is interesting. Okay. So yeah, this had a mosaic and the like that you can see that is faded and kind of broken away, but you see that indeed it does show what looks like many different figures. However, two of them seem to stand out as those are clearly Thylea and Sidon, but they all are coming out of what looks like little seeds that are spilled into the ocean. Most of them you can't really make out. All the faces seem to have been completely scratched out, but you can tell that there were more figures. And with the roll that you guys had last week, you're able to deduce that it appears to be other siblings, or at least Titans, related to Sidon and Thylea. That they are not the only two.
And allegedly they shouldn't exist, right? Theoretically.
You just have you've never heard of them, which yeah, that there seems to be make me here.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're gonna roll dice on this die rolling game. Yanni, go ahead and roll me an investigation check if you would.
Investigation. Helps if I'm on the right character sheet. Boom. Not my best work.
Alrighty. With the 12, I mean, it is pretty obvious to you that Thylea and Sidon would not want to have anything that threatens their supremacy. It appears that this was a somewhat targeted effort to destroy the visages of the Titans that are depicted here. Who did it? I mean, it's hard to tell. It certainly could be Sidon and Thylea, since you don't like them, but maybe there's more to the story than, this act of vandalism indicates. You're not quite sure.
Gonna need to ask some questions back at the academy. Maybe next time we talk to Valis or Pitor.
I mean, at the same time, like it could be an ally, but or we could release an even greater evil on the land. If there's more Titans out there, that would be really awkward, really awkward.
I mean, no offense to Estrella's family, but I wouldn't put it against them to take out the rest of them if that were the case.
Imprison them.
Or imprison them, that's true.
True.
If they were imprisoned, that would definitely, I mean, I would hold a grudge if someone imprisoned me forever and erased me from history, so that would definitely be ally territory, I would think.
But then what if they turn around and are just as evil?
Also a possibility.
Well, that's
honestly.
where we use these oaths to our benefit. Then we're like, hey, if we're gonna let you go, you have to swear that you're not gonna turn out to be a dick like your siblings.
Evil is a strong word. I think
that's why I said dick.
Oh,
uh,
okay.
I missed us.
Well,
But no, you're
right.
right. That's a
So,
lot of assumptions that everyone on that side of your family tree is evil.
well,
Because
even
you're not
Sidon.
evil,
No,
right?
I mean,
Sorry.
your
Pregnant pause.
I think
your
that
mom's
was a
is kind
test,
of
and I feel like I passed it.
That's
your
true.
mom's is kind of manipulative, but I wouldn't call her evil.
Right, she's not evil.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know.
And she's the reason we're all
Now,
here.
Your
So,
I
aunt,
think
your aunt was towing the line pretty hard at the very least.
I mean, she was turning people into, weird creatures. So I would lean towards evil there.
I think they think it is their birthright to
yeah.
be the only gods, and I don't think it's evil wrong. People should be able to choose.
That's fair.
Evil is not the word, I don't think.
I think it's more about. I think evil is more how you go about things than what your aims are sometimes. Like, yeah, and sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes you can be the, best behaved person in the world, but you're trying to open a gateway to the nether sea or something. But you know, um I think in this case, yeah, maybe their motives are not evil necessarily, but the way they're going about it kind of makes it
He seemed sort of reasonable, right? I mean,
with
a
you.
little bit,
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, he did give you an option to choose instead of just flat out killing you because you were friends with us. So I
I mean,
guess
your step
that's
grandma
not,
just has goat people throw shit at me all the time without
that's
so much as a
true.
how do you do.
That's
So
Yeah, that's fair.
She does do that.
Really, it's all just one big gray area, I would say.
Anyway, should we maybe get the gold up to the top of the surface?
Yeah, let's get everything up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right.
Um
Do we need the water to be gone? Because I can do that.
You can get rid of
I
all
can-
of the water.
Sure. Yeah. Easy
I mean,
breezy.
yeah,
mm,
sure. Then we can just throw it into the bag, like that song goes.
Let me make sure I have enough power for this. Do I? Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I will she'll bend down and sort of touch the basin of the floor and just concentrate really hard, and you can see the water just parts in front of her as she casts control water and creates a rift in the floor where the water just parts and there's no water.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't even care about the specifics on this one, especially since it's outside of combat. As you definitely Moses the shit to the sides, leaving the coins
hell
and,
yeah.
and gemstones kind of undisturbed, pushing it upward. It's almost like a little bubble that suddenly starts to appear. And Brissa just goes in there and holds Scylla back as Alex is like trying to get at those coins. You're like, peel her back as you guys are starting to just push this in. How long does control water last? For 10 minutes. Wonderful. So yeah, as you guys are taking 10 minutes now, I cannot stress enough. There are thousands and thousands of coins. Let me double check if Kasari has a 2. Do you have another 4th level spell slot? Just to see how
I
much
do.
time you guys can save here.
2 more.
I'm just gonna pull open the bag and just hold it on the floor and let everyone just shovel everything into the bag.
It works. It works.
And also sweeping it with one arm at the same time.
Yeah, you guys go around and I'll say you guys are just picking out some of the biggest piles, right? Trying to go for the gold first and that kind of stuff. So I'll say within the 10 minutes you guys are able to get definitely like half of the gold coins you would guesstimate. You kind of look around, you grab what looks like, and what you kind of find is you certainly, Yanni, with a trained thieves eye are surveying the scene. You can tell that there seem to be a cluster, actually almost inset in a little wooden box that has completely been ruined by being underwater. The lid has actually been popped open. You can see the hinge. One of them is bent backwards terribly. The other one completely popped off. And you can see that inset is actually a 6
Wonder how much Brissa will give me for these.
They found some
probably
cool
take
plat.
these
Take it
to.
back now.
Should probably take these to Aesop.
They
He'll
found
wanna
some
see 'em.
cool platinum rings that have like Dragonlord motifs on them. Seems interesting.
Also, Kasaria has all of her 4th level spells, but does not have control water prepped for the day.
Nope. I tell you what.
Sad. She's
nah.
got grasping vine. Can that help?
Probably, right?
It can hold the bag open, right?
Yeah,
So
Right,
you
at the
can
very
shovel
least,
too.
So
totally.
I can help shovel the gold in.
Lyra, go ahead and roll me a D100 if you would.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I love how Tyler's reaction when it's like just a random roll out of nowhere is always, oh no.
That's always
like
oh
it's
no.
100%.
That's always my reaction too.
If you tell me like, oh, roll a history check, I'll be like, okay, that's cool. I understand how history works. But if you're just like, hey, roll some dice for me,
Mhm.
that's never good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 71. So hopefully higher is better.
You needed a 73. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did need a 73.
Such a high DC, David.
It's very specific.
As you look around through these gemstones, you see everything from agates to actual sapphires, beautiful emeralds, but you see kind of scattered throughout as well are diamonds. In fact, you find 10 of them.
Hell yeah.
From the size and having had some experience now with the use of diamonds, you would guess that they're each on average about 100 gold pieces worth, approximately.
That's not bad.
Boost feature. And so the problem with that is that it literally has like a thing for me that says boost in progress 35%. So I wonder if like the boosts are messing with the stream, which wow, Twitch. Wow.
Yeah.
Here's your reward.
We're gonna kill your stream. So I will say this, between the use of that, not having to move quite as slowly, shoveling things in there, it will still take probably a couple more hours post that to kind of get everything in there. And then of course it will take some hours to find and then bring the ultros back here. During that time, is there anything that you guys would specifically want to do? We don't have to like do a heavy role play of like, what do you guys do? Do you guys do suck scouts? It seems now that you guys have killed the apex predator of this island chain, you guys are relatively safe.
So I think when we get back, we're going to take like a day, right, and then head out as soon as possible because the whole time limit, the world ending thing. But during that time, I think I want to talk to Acastus and basically see what's going on with him. What do you guys think?
It's not a bad idea.
It's funny. Same thing, except.
And now Tyler
my
is
internet's being bad.
Yeah. I was gonna say I have no idea what you just said. So
I think he was
saw it
trying to
drop
say,
and I was like, "Is this really happening right now?"
It had to, of course. Go ahead, Tyler. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that I was also thinking about talking to Acastus, but I especially don't trust Acastus, so I was gonna like maybe make myself look like one of the baddies and see how he reacted to them just showing up at the temple.
I mean, I don't really want to trick him. I was just going to circle of truth him, and then just down next to him and
Oh,
be like,
that's smart.
dog.
Let's go casting spells on the king.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would offer it and be like, hey, listen, we'll play the questioning type game, right? Like you get to ask a question, I get to ask a question, right? We get to ask each other questions. Be a little bit truthful. Just try and get the lay of the land and see, I have a few things I want to say to him, but I'll and see where he's going.
So
So I don't have it ready right now, but I have a spell where I can read people's surface thoughts and they don't know I'm doing it.
I mean,
So maybe that instead of telling him you're casting a spell on him.
I want to be transparent with him, but I don't want to lie to him. You know.
Yeah, but what I mean, if somebody walked up to you and said, "Hey, you're a powerful dragon lord in training, and you've done nice things for us recently, but I still don't trust you, and I think you're a dick, and I want to cast this spell so I know I can believe what you're telling me." How would you feel about that? Especially if you had an ego the size of the city you rule.
I mean that is fair, but at the same time, he has been awfully sus, right? Like, and he,
So
so
sus.
super sus.
Um, I mean, you're not wrong, but maybe I don't know. Maybe talk to Valis first. I just feel like just walking in there and saying, "Hey, we want to throw spells around to make sure that you're not bullshitting us," is not the best way to make a friend.
Maybe okay, maybe not the spells, but maybe like I talk to him and you're like over like and you're there and you have that thing going where you can read his surface level thoughts,
Okay,
and then as
so
I
we've
talk,
now circled back to where I was 2 minutes ago. Good.
yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that.
But yeah,
And if that doesn't work, then we'll do my plan.
I'm gonna ask him like why he consorts with like Lutheria and the type of like Lutheria and stuff like that, right? Like even though like he's you know married to one of the
So
five.
I don't know that there's a problem with Lyra's plan out the gates, just not at the same time. But like that's how we
Oh
can
yeah,
try and
no,
catch him in
not at the same
lies.
time. Not at the same time.
Is
No.
things like
No.
that.
Mine would be much, much more like covert espionage, probably late at night when everyone else is asleep.
Well, I think the best way to do it would be like before we get back, we find a way to well,
Oh, that's true.
or
I
maybe
mean,
after we've left.
well, no, I mean, if we wanted to play it like that, once we get back, I'm sure our arrival will be
Noted quickly.
announced.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can just kind of get to the palace and when you guys are, showboating and everything, uh and kind of do it then. We could like bring a piece of the chimera and like show it off so people are focused on us and everyone thinks we're still at the port.
So which god are you going to sacrifice after like when you get caught for this one?
Well,
I guess it would probably have to be Valis. She's gonna be the closest.
Yeah, that's probably fair. It's probably fair.
no, I'll probably just offer one of you, honestly.
So lining up with your dreams then?
Yeah.
That's right. No. No. Um, we'll just hope it works. We'll just be optimistic that it works.
So I want to pursue this whole like other Titans thing when we get back. I want to like go hit the academy and maybe see if I can get some time with Valis. I think that needs to happen.
I think that's fair. I mean, do we want to spend like just like a day there and then head back out?
I don't think we have enough time left in our current reality to spend more time than that.
Yeah. So
But-
just a day there and then we head back out.
Where else are we going?
Well, I mean,
To see your lords and masters because they've got something for me.
yep, yeah. Now that we know where those ones are, and then after that we
Didn't we have
a
somewhere else
lotus
to go
bridge?
first before that? Didn't we?
Oh,
Wasn't there
well,
somewhere
I
else
mean,
we needed to
Finding
go?
the
can-
missing piece of
we
the
can chase
empty
them.
chimera.
Yeah, that what she said.
But I mean, we'd have to find where they're stationed because Gaius is we just know Gaius is out here on an island, but we don't know
Um,
which island.
I mean, to be fair, and I don't want to be fair because I don't want to mention this, but I'm pretty sure the Fates did tell me that they would tell me where he's at
Yeah.
if I went there. So that is also part of the go to them. But didn't we have somewhere else to go first? Wasn't there one more place that we needed to go before we did that?
There was a
Anywhere?
dragon.
Anywhere else that we
May-
needed to go
I mean-
before
Maybe you
that?
needed to go see the Lotus Witch.
Did
But
we
if
know
we
where
can
that's
figure
at?
out where
We
she
don't-
is.
Yeah, we don't know.
know.
We don't know where she is at though.
Cool.
And
Cool.
I mean, don't we have? I mean, we were gonna like take this chimera hide to Vulcan too, weren't we? And that's
I mean,
oof.
that would be a multiple day trip, but like we could do it what I did with the sword, right? I just gave it to Valis to like transport up there.
Yeah, I don't want to turn a goddess queen into my personal courier, though.
I mean, she
Wait,
didn't.
do we
She
have
didn't.
to go back to Mitros?
Yeah, we got to get the money for killing this chimera.
Right, but don't we have enough money to pay the crew now? Couldn't we do something else before we go there?
I mean, we could, in theory, we could.
Or are the
You want to go straight to
ocean?
the fates now?
I mean, I'd be
I
fine
don't know
with.
what that means.
I
What?
mean, knowing our run so far with the crew, we did only hire them for a week.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if we have the money now, we could just pay them.
That's
Or
very
we
true.
could go back to Mitros first and then okay, where's the map? We have a map, don't we?
Yeah,
Um,
it's not the
Do
constellation.
you want
map.
me to tell you about the constellations?
No.
Okay, so there is
from
just like
from here
Jared's house.
to Mitros and here to where we know the island of the fates to be.
I don't know if we
Which
know
one is
which island it is, right? We just
No
know
Well-
which
matter
constellation it
where
is.
you travel, you
Oh right,
know.
the Ultros always takes 3 days.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, it's at the Bard. We know this.
Yeah, but we don't know like where on the. Yeah, but it's always going to
Right,
take 3
but
days.
we
no matter
know
what.
how to get there, and the Ultros always gets us wherever we need to go in 3 days. So there's not really a time difference between the
I
two.
can
So I
see
can't use that
Mitros
as an
from here.
argument.
Yes, but it's going to take 3 days.
Yeah, it's really awkward if we're going to the next island. Like we go into some time loop and it just takes 3 days. It's really strange.
The reason that you guys experience the time loop and the benefit from it, mechanically speaking, is that Sidon cannot, try to fuck with the water as you guys are traveling. So you could always just chance it and travel by water, but it might have consequences.
But the 3 days protects us from Sidon. But that also means we could go to the other side of the continent in 3 days, technically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So let's just take a quick vote. Who wants to go to Mitros first, and who wants to go to the Fates Island first?
All right, all in favor of Mitros first.
I kind of got to side with that one. I need
Yeah.
to buy some stuffs.
I'm down for Mitros first.
Kasaria also raises her.
Wow.
Otis raises his hand for the Fates because he wants to smash in the Fates.
just be antagonistic of the vote.
Oh, yeah.
Rhoda says, "Well, I'd like to go after that dragon personally." But
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true,
but that's
that's
fair.
fair,
But,
that's
but
fair.
we'd have no idea. All right, and do we know
Which
the
Marissa, by the
we
way,
know where-
mentioned.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
the dragon is. We know where that's at.
But we can't get there yet.
we
because
can't
of the-
navigate there without the.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means we'd have to
Oh.
go to the Fates first.
Well, they sound really nice. Don't you know them? Aren't you friends with them?
Ooh,
Oh, are they
we're like work
the
partners.
sewing ones? I put it together. Never mind.
We're like it's like an employee-employer relationship.
Yeah, so could you be like, hey, employers, I need this. Could you help me with that? Trying to save the world and all
They already
that.
told him to come see him. She's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
checking.
that's
They told us to come see him.
More than her legs are chicken.
You go to one of those like weird peep shows, when you like they give you like one little peek and then it like goes away and then you have to
Yeah.
wait for like
What
Talking
about
like
those
in
peep shows,
that.
Marissa? Tell
I
us
don't
more
know.
about
Yeah,
your
you know
personal
a lot.
experience.
You know a lot,
I-
Marissa.
You got into a lot of
Well, I
detail
used to
there.
work
Do you know?
cleaning.
Do you know what we
Oh.
should compare it to?
I do,
We
by
should
the way.
compare it to.
Hey, we're back.
Hey!
Hey, we're back. Cool.
Opa.
Just talking about our jobs.
All right. As you guys take the next couple of hours and loot this place thoroughly, you guys, find a way to contact the Ultras once more, bring it back to this ship, to this island location, and start schlepping the remains of the coins and all this other stuff on there, and yourselves, most importantly. As Ophelia comes towards you, you see her bird is kind of circling up above, and Bulbog is currently pretends like arm wrestling with some of the sailors on the ship there. She approaches you. Well, that's the head? And she looks at the head kind of strapped to the back of Rhodas.
And we have the body, right, for the hide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say as part of that, Kasari kind of just went off and kind of cut the largest pieces she could.
Yep,
We spend it faux show.
that is the head. It's pretty. I mean, I guess heads. Yeah.
Well, by Peter Schlang, that is a good haul. Well done, all of you. I'm impressed. So, where are we headed? Mitros, yes?
Yep.
Oh,
That's
fantastic.
right.
As she whistles
gonna be
at
a-
the...
Quick turnaround. Quick turnaround though. We
Yep,
only want to be there like a day.
Yeah, so let's spread the word around the crew that we're gonna take like a day, but then afterwards back onto the ship, and we'll pay them another voyage fee.
Now, you guys also know that you won't have the rest of the soldiers anymore, because the soldiers were there because of the Chimera trip.
Oh, right.
I thought that was like a permanent thing because I was becoming a Dragonlord. God damn it.
All right, well, everyone, you heard the heroes. They were able to kill the Chimera. Look at them. And you do actually see a lot of them get excited and cheer for you guys, especially the soldiers kind of banging their spears against their shields and starting to chant you guys' name. Some of you come up and actually clasp you on the backs and onto the shoulders, like cheering you guys on. Incredibly proud. You can feel the pride starting to swell on the ship. And these crew members, men and women as they are just... You can just feel that there's a little bit of awe that is now starting to spread. There certainly was respect when they boarded the ship, but that is now actually having witnessed you guys do the things that you guys do. That is now becoming a full-on feeling of awe.
Yeah, any of the ones that come like up to me, if they're like being like, "Oh, you guys are great," I want to specifically mention that we did it in part to like avenge the people that were killed by the Chimera earlier.
Nice. Yeah, and you can tell that there are certainly sailors, especially the ones that you guys had talked to specifically, that are taken with that. There are a lot of them that have lost friends and sometimes even family on these attacks. So yeah, you definitely have a lot of goodwill with these sailors now. As you guys are drying yourselves off and, so to speak, packing back up, the Ultra starts to go back into its weird slipstream. As you guys kind of settle in that evening, you guys once again find it a little difficult to sleep. You fall asleep fairly easily, especially given how hard that fight was, but as you're sleeping, all of you guys are feeling sluggish inside of your dream. Like you're barely moving forward. You find yourselves in different positions all throughout the ship. All of your dreams seem to be like that. You hear the laughter and chatting of soldiers, but it seems to be almost muffled, as if this conversation, as if the laughter is carrying through multiple layers of rugs and curtains. As you guys are kind of walking around, it's almost like a drunken haze. You suddenly feel your mouth starting to ache. Also, trigger warning for nightmares.
It sounds like sleep paralysis, and it's making me like cringy. I hate it.
It is a little cringy. So trigger warning here. As you guys walk around in your individual dreams that all will line up, you guys ultimately find out, you feel your teeth ache. And you almost like have to touch them. And as you kind of stagger over towards whatever reflective surface, whether it might be, Yanni's little prick, his dagger, or an actual just a silver plate or something like that, you find the reflections and you look at yourself, and suddenly all of your teeth are golden. Not ground, but actual gold, just inset. Still the shape of their normal teeth, but as you look around, Yanni's rapper name, of course, is going to be a little prick now. But as you guys look upon that, the itching and the heaviness of your teeth gets worse and worse as you find yourselves just having to grasp at it. All of you guys suddenly feel like you have to pull them out. Please make me a wisdom saving throw. Oh my god, Twitch. Twitch
Oh,
had like,
what's
well, I don't even
happening?
know what that is
What
anymore.
was
Twitch
that?
is having an aneurysm. This is crazy. All of you guys go ahead and please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Anyways.
Yay!
Yay.
Pew pew pew.
Johnny and I rolled the same.
Alrighty. Well, go ahead and roll for. Oh, do I have to?
Oh yeah.
Let me give you guys permissions in case you guys don't already have them, just to make sure.
I don't seem to.
Right. Let me see if I can do that. Nope, I can't. I can
Man.
open their sheet, but I can't roll on it.
Okay.
Do we sleep within 5 feet of me? I mean, I guess Thylea probably does, but
Scylla is not part of this one in particular. And then let me see. There
She
we go.
rolled better than everyone else except for Estrella.
It's turning around for me, guys.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness! All right, you should be able to.
I'm gonna start
roll for
rolling
row.
above a 5.
Oh my god!
My time is
Jesus
coming.
Christ.
All right. I mean, to be expected for the barbarian, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
We're gonna be a bunch
We're all
of
gonna
toothless
wake up
fools in the
without
morning.
teeth. Yeah.
All of you guys find yourselves pulling out your teeth and hear the clattering of your teeth dropping onto the floorboards that you're standing on. Except that the teeth, rather than having this tiny little sound that barely echoes, it's just massive hits, seeming to quake and shift back and forth upon it. All of you guys are just taking the teeth and trying to throw them as far away from you guys can, ignoring the pain in the process. Estrella, you're the only one who, despite all of that, suddenly just feels nauseous, like there's just something bubbling up. And that is when you suddenly notice within the dream, the walls of the Ultra seem to be made up of dream mist, sparkling stars shining through a miasma of purple and black shadows weaving back and forth. You look in the reflective surface again, and your teeth are normal, are fine. And that's when you blink and you kind of wake up and you look around. You find yourself on top of the Ultros. You see that dozens of the soldiers and sailors seem to be having the same dream. And each of them seem to have handfuls of coins. You see Lyra at the edge of the ship, about to turn the bag of holding inside out. Over the edge. What do you do?
How far away am I from her?
In Theater of the Mind, essentially,
Yeah.
tell me what you want to do, and we'll go from there.
I have Misty Step, so I'm gonna try to get to her as quickly as I can. I think that's 30 feet.
Okay, for the sake of
So
this, all of you guys go ahead and get a long rest in. So we'll start there.
Giveth money, David taketh away.
I know, right? I'm just like, oh,
Right.
already he
Guys,
takes
isn't
away
it
the
great we
money?
have money now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull your teeth out, motherfuckers.
Dump
Hey.
everything in the ocean.
Doing research on nightmares because of Lutheria is fantastic. The shit that you find out is terrible. But then the research you do for the fates is even worse. So, maggots and stabbing.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're never gonna talk to
All
them
the
ever
research
again.
you need to do for the fates is just that quest line in Witcher 3. It's really all you need to do.
That's right. Done.
Yeah.
Done and dusted.
Yeah.
Right, let me do it for
True.
Casaria too. Just
I
in
hate
case.
that swamp.
Oh yeah.
I was terrified of
Sorry,
going in that swamp.
I can do it.
Hated
if you
it.
want me to.
Oh, did you see there's a new Witcher game in the works?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would be surprised if there wasn't. After
It says it's a whole new saga, so I don't know if that means
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Geralt or
Is Geralt
something
not
different.
in it? I don't think he's in
I
it.
think not.
That'd be awesome. I would actually
Which
love
is
that.
crazy with a TV show, though. Like, you would think
Yeah.
at least one more game with him in it.
I mean,
They didn't ask
They
me
kind of
yet
finished
again.
the story though, so unless they
Yeah.
do like a young Geralt, but
Yeah. Alrighty, so Estrella, as you're gonna try to Misty Step over and prevent Lyra from doing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a dex check, and Lyra, please do the same.
Do I get
I'm gonna guide
disadvantage because I'm
myself.
asleep?
No, but I'll tell you what, Rodus will gift you his. I already started talking before you did that. His DM inspiration. Sorry, Brian. So you get to roll with advantage, Estrella.
Oh,
You know,
great.
guide
That's
yourself
good
on
because
that
I
one.
rolled a 7.
Just
But you
to
get to
check.
roll dex
Oh,
one more time.
cool.
No
God.
fucking
Fine.
goddamn it.
Man, I had a glimmer of hope there for a second. I was like, oh, it's a new leaf. I'm gonna turn over.
Of course.
No.
Roll your guidance, right? You guided
Nope.
I
yourself,
did
right?
already. Oh, I didn't. Wait, he said I can't.
Not on this one. As you're trying to
No
quickly react to
guidance.
this, you teleport over
That's
there.
because he wants to take away all our money.
Lyra, you suddenly see Estrella kind of going over. You know you don't have time to, or what actually is happening is, in your mind, Lyra, you suddenly see the visage of a demon, curling horns that seem to be plated in gold, reaching towards you. Instinctually, you know they're trying to keep your gold teeth in. They're trying to make you prisoners and put you down, and you're just like, no! And you try to turn away. What you see, Estrella, is Lyra takes the bag of holding and chucks it over the side instead. As
Shocker. Shocker.
it flies out there. As you move over, what do you do to Lyra?
Um,
Girl, let me die. Get the money.
Yeah.
no.
Splash.
I can I see the bag of holding?
It has splashed into the water and is now starting to sink down in this weird time twisty thing.
Shit. Okay. Can I shape water and freeze the water underneath it so it doesn't go any deeper?
You know what? Make me a free perception check.
Perception check. Okay. 15.
Looking down into the water itself, you actually see a surprising amount of glimmer and shine. Like a golden light that seems to be waving back and forth through the refraction of the water, especially with the weird time twistery effect about it. You can see two prongs kind of curling backwards, and it seems like a black hand has grabbed the bag and seems to kind of pull it back into the water. As you kind of are about to try to think, okay, I can cast something. What the fuck? You suddenly see, as the rest of the sailors are tossing their coinage over the edge, you look at half of them that are just like, ugh, ugh, what is happening? They seem to be all kind of groggy, looking around. Some of the soldiers, especially the soldiers, in fact, it is only the soldiers, seem to have a weird change to their veins. They become purple and black. Their eyes seem to suddenly give off this weird star-like light. And you see your friends are still under a weird spell. And with that, we're going to be doing some initiative, y'all, as we're getting into a weird zone here.
Grandma, not cool. Not cool, Grandma.
Alrighty, with that, do you guys want to go on a quick break, a quick potty break before we go into combat?
Might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do a quick potty break. We'll be right back in 5 to 10 minutes, y'all. Thanks for hanging through this weird boost in progress thing. I don't know what's happening with that, but it's definitely weird. So thank you guys for your patience. We'll be right back. Alrighty, y'all, we are back. And as we're going back, let's zoom in on the good stuff. Let me
Oh,
make
right.
sure.
Initiative. I forgot to do that.
Oh, me too.
All right. Boom. There's that. Boom. There's that. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wait.
I rolled really high.
Ooh, that's really nice. Alrighty, as you guys look across the deck, well,
Oh my
really,
gosh,
at
we
this
all
point, it's
rolled pretty high.
pretty much
Sorry.
just Estrella. You can see that your compatriots there, your friends. Well, first of all, he no longer has a couple of those buffs on him, so I'm going to take that away real quick. But you see that you see that they all seem to be under some kind of a weird effect. They're grasping at their teeth, at their pockets. They seem to be currently under some kind of a charm effect, as far as you can tell with your magical capabilities. However, worse than even that, you can see that the soldiers along the row are all in a very similar state, except that they are now starting to grasp at their heads, grasping their weapons, and are looking around wide-eyed, almost like in an animalistic sense, starting to look with malice upon the other members, upon the crew there. You can see on the far end, as Brissa took the captain's quarters, Brissa is at the very, 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 very north end of these shenanigans. But the good news is, Brissa, you no longer have a level of exhaustion, so let me get that removed from you, because that would be terrible. I agree with that dog. Alrighty, cool. As we kick off, Lyra, you're going to be the first one to go.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
As you're looking upon Estrella, there seems to be a weirdness in her eyes. However, you're just looking at her. You feel successful in having turned away this demon that is now in front of you. There is certainly a certain amount of survival instinct. As you look over your shoulder, you see Rhodus, not south of you where he actually is, but north of you, currently looking upon a horde of what seem to be possessed sailors about to strike at you. I'll give you a DM inspiration for role-playing how Lyra would defend herself, as a demon is certainly attacking her currently in the form of Estrella.
Wait, what?
In your mind's eye, Estrella is a threat. And not just any threat. You could Warcaster slap her and give her cure wounds. Yes. If you haven't followed along with that on Reddit, it's been a whole thing. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Nuts.
It's stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. It seems
Yeah,
like such a waste
dumb.
of resources.
Yeah.
Anyways. So Estrella still looks like a demon to me.
Like a cute demon.
Oh, the cutest
You
demon.
know, like my horns are.
I'm sure.
on point.
Like gilded, super cute.
There's
Exactly.
little golden
demon,
chains that
still a
connect it with
demon.
like bands.
100%.
Of course. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
There's a very tasteful "I love Lutheria" on the side.
Oh yeah, that sounds
Tribal
right.
tattoo.
Tribal. That's now you've crossed the line. A tribal tattoo.
She's
Oh,
wearing a
no,
Hurley
what,
shirt.
handstand?
Suddenly there's a backwards
Absolutely
monster
not.
cap.
Now I have to kill the demon.
Shit.
I guess. Do I know that I threw the bag overboard?
Yes, and you feel good about it. Though in your mind's eye, it was more that you had the gold teeth.
Oh, right. It was the
Yeah.
teeth. It was the teeth. Shit. Oh, God.
Add it up.
I mean, if Lyra sees a demon coming after her, right next to her. Fuck, this
Do it,
sucks.
man.
I hate everything that's about to happen.
It's a demon. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's a cute demon. You do note that. However, still a demon.
Cute demon.
Right. And
Yeah.
compared to everyone else, just looks like soldiers, right? There's no other demons. This is the only demon.
So the soldiers that have the gold rings are sailors. The sailors, those seem like possessed sailors to you, and the sailors or the soldiers, the centurions with the purple token rings, seem to be normal soldiers, like just like turning towards the threat of these possessed sailors starting to strike at them.
Right. So demon is the biggest threat. Then Lyra will turn towards the demon and
No.
just
You can
go,
third person if that makes you feel better. I support that. I support
no.
that.
I'm just upset about what's about
It's
to
me,
happen.
Estrella.
I'm not upset
We
about
should
the.
save all the rest of the people on the boat, right? Let's go.
I'm not upset
Buddy,
about the role
friend.
playing. I'm upset about what's about to happen.
Before it happens,
Um,
Estrella, do you have to roll your wheel and woe?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
oh
let's,
yeah,
let's
I
get
rolled,
that out
I
of the
rolled
way.
my
Just
stuff. I rolled my
Oh,
stuff
please
already.
be the right thing. Oh, wait, hold on.
what?
I think
I think-
that's.
I
I
think-
think that's.
I think I
woe,
rolled a
right?
what?
Oh, good. Woe is what I always want. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I think that's well. Yeah, I already
Yes.
rolled mine, so
Okay, cool.
Great. Thank you so much for
I
reminding
can't
me.
fly. So
Good.
Lyra will turn towards the demon and just real angry, just go. We just got out of a fight. All I want to
Right?
do is rest on the way to Mitros.
Me too.
And Lyra will cast banishment on the demon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Amazing. Can you at least send me somewhere fun? Like, where am I going to, like, the seventh circle of hell? Where am I headed to?
Well, no, you're not actually a demon. So since you're from here, you just go to a harmless pocket dimension.
Oh,
But
good. Okay.
it's a DC 16 charisma save.
Oh, I'm super charismatic. Should be great. Perfect.
Oh, fuck me.
F.
F.
Lyra, let's save everyone. Up.
Alrighty. First of all, it seems like gotta check one more thing. Gotta fix one more thing. Bloop. Always
We
something.
had to level up before this happened.
I
didn't
know.
we?
I'm so mad. That's the thing I'm the most mad about. I'm like, this will be a real fun spell.
Alrighty.
I was like, yeah, that's a great spell.
As you maintain concentration on the spell, make me a wisdom saving throw, Lyra.
Oh God. Okay. I gotta get hyped. Okay.
Wipe. As you take your energy, it's like, God damn it, I just wanted to have a quiet night. I just wanted to have a shopping episode. As you cast your spell and the fate strings attach to the arms of the demon is pulled back as you suddenly see a rip and tear in reality open up and shunted away. You feel real good about yourself. Mwah.
Okay,
You did that
Here,
perfectly.
hold on, because I want to use my favored by the gods because I get to know if I fail before
Yeah.
I use it.
That is fail.
So it's a 15.
And as you feel amazing about yourself, suddenly the demonic face seems to shimmer and shift, and it's almost like Venom when you kind of can see his face kind of poking through. That's what Estrella. As you suddenly realize, going Estrella, what do you say, Estrella? As you're being shunted away, you don't know
Dad,
that
you're here, Lyra. No, we've got to save every.
as she suddenly just disappears from view, you realize something is fucky here. And that seems to be when this weird effect falls off of you and you realize you just banished Estrella.
Sure did.
And as you kind of blink away, you can see that it's now reversed. You can tell that the sailors are the ones that seem to be, with it, and the soldiers are the ones that are currently with this weird light in their eyes.
So I'll just kind of shake my head and look around. Do I see everyone else? Yanni and Rodis and Kasaria. Do they look all glazy purple-eyed too?
Sure do.
I mean, I don't have anything else I can do, but I'll just run towards Rodis, I guess, and just yell at him and be like, "You gotta wake up! It's not time to be like this. You gotta wake up."
You also know that you're maintaining concentration on banishment. So if you want to drop it, that will bring Astrea back.
Can you do it for free?
Yeah, you could do it anytime.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay.
So you could wait too if you want to keep her out of the fight for a second.
No, if she's the only other one that's cognizant and coherent, I'll drop it and bring her back.
Already, as you bring her back, Astrea, you just so you suddenly get shunted away. As you feel yourself shunted away, you suddenly, it's hard to describe. Your perception of 3D shifts into 2D as you suddenly find yourself in a single plane. And as you look across, you can seem to see what is a huge loom depicting the scene of you guys currently fighting upon the ship, being stitched
Sorry
by
for the
these
emotional damage.
massive,
Sorry.
massive gray hands, kind of going back and forth, kind of putting that string back and forth as just like, what the fuck? And then you kind of put back as you find yourself back upon the deck.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no,
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. What are we going to do?
That's it.
Oh shit. Favorite of the gods, is that a reaction, or is that just for free?
It's just
oh, you just can't use it
for
again. Short
free.
rest.
Yeah, I only get one.
Cool. Alrighty. Casaria, what does she do? Oh shit, she is still charmed.
Yeah,
All
she's charmed. Dude.
Same situation.
God,
Hey, Tyler.
I gotta fuck 2 people? God
But
damn it.
as a reminder, because you played into that, so I'm definitely giving you DM inspiration for that. Because that was...
I didn't like it. I know.
But it could be helpful later on. All right, so what does Casaria do? Aside from sacrifice every living being on the top of this ship.
Oh, I should have.
Hashtag that's what would Justin do?
Spells real quick. I should have seen what.
She's got some branch she always wants to murder people with, so she can burn their bodies and something about their souls.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the grasping vine. Yeah, grasping vine. She's got prepared. I should have just gone through and seen everything because I could have re-prepared her spells because druids get to do that and warlocks don't, and I forgot.
Good luck to you.
Okay, Casaria's still harmed.
And then Estrella, you'll be in the wings.
She really don't have a lot, do she? She went full support.
She negative heals whom?
Hey, she's great at healing people. That's all I gotta say.
That is true.
Oh.
You do Dust Devil and knock a bunch of people off the ship.
I really should have looked through these because now she doesn't have any 5th level spells for the day. Okay, so... But now there's not a demon, right? Casaria just sees possessed soldiers?
She does seem to see a demon right there.
Oh, wait. Where? Oh,
Yummy.
fuck.
And in fact, she can't actually really see past that. That's a raised dais, so to speak.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, well.
So you can try and push Yanni off the edge with Dust Devil.
I think Damon is going to drive to your house and actually kill you.
Nah. He's not wrong. I've been sitting here trying to figure out how I can knock the most people off the ship.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to do. I guess I'm probably going to stab my dragon. So,
You're topside. I mean, the dragon is still, as far as you know, sleeping soundly downstairs.
Oh, I'm topside. I thought it was up.
Yeah, I don't think she has anything else that pushes people. So, yeah, I guess that is what she would do. So, she will cast Dust Devil.
Devil.
And she'll put it right here.
I mean, she could put it right there to try to get that sailor too. Yeah.
I thought you said she couldn't see that far.
No. I mean, sorry. So she can't see past this thing right here. That goes up.
Oh, like the other side.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Oh, then yeah. Because it's everything around the 5-foot cube, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So go ahead and move it. Well, no, because she wants it to push them in the water.
I
Yeah, I was
guess,
about to
yeah,
say, but
right there. It could
So
be.
put it
Oh.
here. Yeah. It'll hit that other soldier too, but she wants it to try and push the two baddies into the water.
Sorry, I don't give a fuck. Already, and that happens at the start of their turn, right?
If they end their turn within 5 feet of the Dust Devil.
So nothing happens right when she casts it, right?
Doesn't look like
Nope.
it.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty, cool. She casts that. She starts maintaining concentration on that. Anything else?
She will.
Rock you.
That's right. I don't think she really has anything as a bonus action either, other than other spells. So. No, she would keep her distance. So that's it for Kasaria.
Alrighty, at the end of her turn, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
God, please, for the love of God, you have to be good at these. You are good at these. I just rolled bad. I'm so sorry. 21.
And with that, Kisaria realizes at the end of her turn, oh shit. Does she maintain concentration on the Dust Devil? I mean, it's still a second level spell slot.
Yeah, she probably would, honestly.
Yeah, Justin would. That is
Because
fair.
she knows how it works and she knows that they have to be next to it in order for it to push them. So she'd probably be like, well, it's already out.
Run away, y'all!
Can't put the Dust Devil back in the bag. Alrighty, Estrella, it is your turn.
All right, I am. I'm looking around, and okay, Lyra's good. Yeah, I can't see Kasaria, but I can see Yanni. Does he look like he's under some sort of spell? What is he doing?
Rotus and
Now
him
there's a
both.
Dust
Yeah.
Devil next to him.
Yeah, he's looking like he's definitely looking towards Kasaria like you can see the little calculating eyes starting to do some
Me?
damage math.
I really hope I don't get anything that's magical on you. I'm going to specifically dispel magic on a charm.
Okay. Go
You
ahead
can
and
choose.
roll me a so go ahead and cast the spell. Let's start it there.
So I think she's bad, and I see her casting a spell at me, right?
Yep.
Oh, no. No.
Counter spell.
I'm a demon, but it's a cute demon, damn it.
I'm totally
it's a
doing
cute
it.
demon.
Boom.
Oh,
Oh
God, that
man,
sucks.
Don't any of you guys have like a fantasy about a cute demon? No one? Cool. Just
Can we turn this
checking.
into a fucking cake, people? Come on. All right, Yanni, I'll give you a DM inspiration for that one. Yeah, definitely. As the demon starts casting things at you, you're just like no, and put your hand out wide as the dispel magic fizzles away from you.
Ha!
All right, I'm going to move forward my whole movement as much as I can.
Mhm.
I think it's right there. Oh wait, I don't want to be in front of him. No, I go this way. I'll go that way.
So again, purpley guy seems to be possessed, same weird eyes, but also their skin is also shining with like that purple light, whereas you guys weren't quite as affected by this as much as the other. You are fairly certain that's going to be an attack of opportunity. So purpley frames enemies as far as you can tell. Just FYI.
Would I know that, or
Yeah.
should I? I mean,
Yeah.
I would. Okay. I start here. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Probably still. It's fine. It's fine.
mean-
I'm trying to get to Brissa. I
Gotcha.
see Brissa down there with my
Okay,
beautiful
so-
nymph eyes. I'm trying to go.
Still attack of opportunity is going to try to swing at you, and that is going to be a hit on you, Kasaria. I don't think you have anything that can turn that aside, right?
I mean, I have woe, but I don't want to use it. So
Okay, fair
I'll
enough.
just take it.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and that's it.
Okay.
Anything as a bonus? No, right?
Nope. Not when
Oh,
I already
boy.
casted a
Uh,
spell at 3rd level. Yanni. It's fine.
all right. What does Yanni do?
Let's see.
Is that difficult to rain? The Dust Devil?
I don't think so. I think it just obscures stuff if it
Okay.
gets bigger. Like if it goes over dirt and stuff.
I think I'm actually gonna lead that way.
Yeah, no, it's not
Okay, cool.
altering.
And
If I keep Dust Devil prepared, can I prepare Kasaria's spells for the day?
Sure. I mean,
Because
I mean,
I
you
just
can
didn't
switch
even
out
think
one
about it,
spell and
David.
upgrade it to 5th level. You can take one spell and upgrade it to 5th. To a
Well,
5th level spell.
technically, there's 2 spells that Kasaria could have had prepared, like 2 more spells compared to her level and her wisdom modifier
I'll
that
give you
weren't
that
even
one extra
prepared.
one. I'll give you that one extra one and changing one spell.
Okay.
All right, Yanni, go for it.
yeah. So I think at this point, the purple folk are okay and everybody else sucks, right?
Yep.
Or do I just think everybody sucks?
No, purple folk seem to be just normal centurions on your guys' side trying to fight off these weird demons and possessed sailors.
Okay. Okay. Then I am going to, let's see.
Oh boy. So many things are being targeted.
I'm going to cast slow there on everybody who's not purple.
Sounds
1,
good.
2,
Is there a max of how many things
3,
can be targeted with
4,
it?
6, and there's only 5 in that.
Or all right, cool. Estrella, go ahead and click on that Wisdom DC 17 if you would.
Okay. Wisdom. Okay, got it. Ooh, 17.
Was so close.
You avoid it.
Oh.
I don't make it right.
No.
No, you make it.
Matching is what you need for saves. That is
Oh,
good.
man.
That is real good. However,
Man.
all of the others are slowed by this. As you suddenly see them slowing down, you feel good about having at least slowed down all of those possessed sailors currently.
Okay.
You
And
move or just
I already moved. As far as I went to. And then I toss my sword up in the air and yell "Opa!" and send it after this one that's closest to me. So I guess just drop it there if you want.
all right, sounds good.
But, fortune's on his side. And that'll be my turn.
All right, cool beans. At the end of your turn, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right, I'm going to use that advantage inspiration.
Oh, and Estrella, because Yanni used his turn once again to act in his favor, because he has a DM inspiration, I'll grant that to you instead, since your guys' actions burn through that. And with a 19, Yanni, as you slow down the sailor, suddenly you see something that is weird as the sailors look towards you like, Yanni, why would you? What is this? And you suddenly realize that you had targeted your friends. Everything is backwards. Why is everything backwards? Oh, fuck. And you realize
Malaka! I'll drop the spell.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
With that, it's going to bring us to the possessed centurions, who are going to do their attacks, rushing forward, attacking. Brissa, you can start thinking about what you would want to do with your evil turn, as I do some math on that stuff really quick. Just fast forwarding it a little bit.
Do you want me to call out what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on if either of that guy died. So yeah, if it depends on if this other guy dies now. Oh, he's near death.
I'm guessing nobody has their armor on, right?
These folks do.
But we don't. I'm guessing.
Correct.
I mean,
I mean, you know what, Brissa? Roll me a D100.
we sleep in our armor. We're gross.
No, it's more like, did you put it on the way out, or did you grab? You grabbed your weapons on the way out.
Yanni has prestidigitation. We sleep in our armor. He can clean us up.
Can't clean up the exhaustion points though.
It can't clean up the emotional damage.
So that guy is still alive. Both those soldiers made his attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I will. Brissa will cast haste on herself. Bloop, 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 bloop. So now my movement speed is 60. So now I should have more than enough to. Oh, why isn't it allowing me to?
Estrella, there's 2 more attacks coming in from the Centurion that was south of you.
Okay.
First one hits, second one misses. You gonna use your woe?
No, I don't think I saw it coming. Like, right? Like, I think it was behind me. So.
Oh, no. That's the one thing that's nice about 5th edition. There is no facing technically, so yeah, you did see it coming. But anyway.
No, I'm gonna save it.
No.
Yeah. Hit me.
This
have
guy would
4
have
now.
moved up on you.
Nice.
But we're allies, right?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt. I don't
They
wanna
they
hurt
are moving
them.
towards you so yeah. As a player, I will tell you they're attacking you. As Brissa, you don't know that. And what it actually seems to be is that these guys are running towards you and attempting to help you up and like help you forward. It's like, yeah, Brissa, come help us. But what Brissa doesn't know is that these guys have ill intent.
Yeah, but they're my allies right now.
Mhm.
So they're cool. I cannot move over to where I want to go. It says it's not my turn.
It is now.
I'm going to go over here. Because I
Alright,
cast haste.
It will be an attack of opportunity on you. Again, you wouldn't have known that, but it does happen. As one of the sailors seems to attack you and misses terribly. Absolutely no, nada. All right, Brissa, it's still your turn.
Biz will be like, hey, dude, I'm on your side. And then she will stab this guy here. Because I still have an action from haste. And then I will obliterate him and make sure that
Nice.
this demon, and I will smite as well.
Oh boy.
So-
Cool.
Yeah, let me just
Cool.
get the fourth ladle. There we go. And then we roll another 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
2d8.
Mhm.
Yep, there we go.
Mhm.
So
Alrighty. 19. What is that? 53 points of damage? Yeah, you absolutely, as you just like, take the adamantine spear, rip it through the central torso of the sailor, lifting them up and then exploding their chest cavity out, flying backwards, just landing in a wet heap.
Cool. So that was only 35 feet, so I should still have another 25. So I will.
So you'd have to climb up the stairs right there, but I mean, it's not like difficult or anything, but that would put you at 35, and then you have a total of 60 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get right there.
All right. I will move over here.
Okay.
I'm guessing I take 2 more attacks of opportunity.
You sure do. You sure be doing that.
But like, guys, you guys are seriously blind right now. I am on your side.
And they both miss you. All 3 of them just completely miss you.
And yeah, that will be my turn.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, go ahead and please make me the wisdom saving throw.
All right. My worst stat in the world.
Okay.
Okay, all right, cool. Still back.
Yeah, there is Great Weapon Master on the damage as well, but I think, or what do you mean?
For what?
How did you get? Yeah, you have a +10. Oh, no. It's Drunk Rad asked. Drunky, I have a rule that I use maxed crit dice. Whenever you crit, you get the max dice on your crit dice, because otherwise you could roll 2 1s on your damage, and that would be so disappointing on a crit.
Bummer.
Beside the point.
Yeah.
So as you
House rule crit die or max damage.
Brissa, as you rush forward and kind of end up next to this guy, suddenly this effect seems to also fade away from you. And you realize that the body that is completely destroyed lying next to you is that of a sailor. And the cold realization just makes you shudder as you realize, oh fuck, I just killed that friendly.
Awkward.
Not the friendly.
Super awkward.
Hashtag off. But as you guys are having this thing, fighting against your friends, feeling very much like the Argonauts, you suddenly hear rumbling. It sounds like voices talking back and forth, and a deep, disturbing chuckling seemingly coming from nowhere and everywhere. There's a miasma that hangs over the floorboards of the deck here. Rodus, it's his turn. What would he like to do?
So
Oh,
Lyra's.
Yeah, I was
right
gonna
in
say,
front of him.
Yep.
He's
Mhm.
gonna make Lyra pay.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I love you, Tyler. I'm sorry.
No, it's I banished Estrella and ran straight towards him. Literally, it's okay.
I
I totally get it.
So he's
Estrella was
gonna-
like, "Hi, Lyra. We're friends." Banish. Oh shit. Where am I? Oh shit. She runs. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone's trying to kill her. It's like having a very bad day. It's not.
I'm gonna Rajay.
One Roger
Um,
coming right
Yeah,
up.
as
What would you
one
like as your
would,
side?
as one would.
What's
Mhm.
that?
What would you like as your side?
Oh, side of reckless attack, please.
Mm, mhm,
Do it.
Mhm.
Great weapon master too.
And
Yeah,
and Great
definitely
Weapon
great
Master.
weapon master.
Good,
Yep,
Choice,
good.
yep.
choice. That's very choice.
Yeah. And then yeah. The question that I will put forth is, would he use the sword or the axe here?
See, it's just like
Probably the sword. He tends to gravitate towards the sword a lot.
Yeah, he's been using the sword lately. I think he used the sword in our last fight with the chud crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
All
just
right.
uses the axe if it's like a big thing. But
well,
I will shield.
I mean, you can. I will let you know whether it's a hit or not. I mean, you will see. Just kidding. I forget that you guys can see each other's shit. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, as you shield, that is going to be turned aside for you. Yeah.
Yep, because it makes my AC 20.
And then he
Let me
goes,
go ahead and
and swings again.
Amazing acting.
and that one misses too.
I'm Rotus.
Cool.
And then
cool,
for his
cool, cool.
bonus action, he reaches out and tries to grab you.
his
Nope.
bonus action
Alright.
was rage, right?
Yup.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Oh,
you got me.
right.
You got me.
Yeah, that definitely would have
You're
grabbed me.
safe.
So
You're safe.
Alrighty,
safe.
sounds good. At the end,
I was
of
all
that,
excited about the whole. Oh yeah, bonus action grab things.
it's fun. Go ahead
If
and make me
those-
that wisdom saving throw at the end if you would.
if those had
Alrighty.
hit me, I would have 15 health left at the moment.
Ro is still super charmed.
Oh no. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, never mind. No, it's cool. It's cool. Cool. Go ahead.
Cool. Is it cool? Okay. With
It
that,
already got rolled, so I can't do anything.
alrighty. Roll something real quick. Doobie.
Doobie doobie doo.
Underneath deck, you hear a what is this? And
Oh no. Please
Oh,
be
we're gonna
really
have to
good at
kill
wisdom
Bullbug.
saves, Bullbug.
as Bullbuck dashes upstairs, he doesn't seem to be under the effect of this.
Ugh,
Of course not.
thank
He's
God.
too stupid to be charmed.
Or it's because he was
How dare you?
not one of us.
One of us.
How dare you?
One of
I
us.
am half Minotaur. I will have you remember.
I
If you
meant
recall.
like not part of the Light of Thylea's
Oh.
whole
Well,
little pact.
Neither are these.
Sure. That's also I'm
soldiers.
not.
That's
so,
true.
no,
Neither are
it's-
the soldiers.
yeah.
That's true. No, maybe it is because he's too stupid to get charmed.
Dare you?
Love out of all of the people here, I love Bullbug the most. So before
Oh,
you get
Including
upset,
That's correct.
PCs.
Clearly.
Rude. Alrighty, let's see. What is that?
Hashtag save the Minotaur.
That's right. Alrighty, I'm just going to apply some damage here really quick. Lyra, you can start planning what's your turn as while I do that.
Run, probably.
Oh shit! How much damage is that again for if you're staying in the vortex?
Oh, if you stay next to it, David, stop making me have to do stuff. It's a D8.
And what's the save?
They make
Strength
a
save.
strength save. DC 17.
Jesus Christ. That's already so high. Yay, min-max. That's it.
I don't think you can call somebody putting their highest stat in their key spellcasting ability as min-maxing. That's just
Did
Also-
they take half damage?
If they save, yes.
Okay,
and they
go ahead
don't
and
get
roll that
pushed.
D8 for me if you would. Nice.
Max.
Already cool. And now it's your turn.
Also, to be fair, I'm the one who helped Justin put his character together when we started.
no,
so
it's good. It's good. It's totally fine.
I'm the reason he has 20 wisdom.
All right. Talk to me,
okay.
Lyra.
Yep. Sorry, I was
Mm-mm.
trying
You're
to
totally fine. I distracted
trying
you.
to dissociate this whole thing. Yeah, no. I think, knowing what I know about the spells that I have
Mhm.
and my powers over influence of other people, if you charm someone that's already charmed, do you break the other charm? I know we gave that one Amazon a libido trying to do that, but it ended up not
a
working.
libido. Really?
Oh
A
no,
libido?
not a lobotomy.
That's what when I try to use
I mean, we
anything
probably made her horny
hard.
too. So.
No.
At some point and all that, yeah. I mean,
That's a take.
Yeah,
It was a lot of hot people telling her what to do, so maybe she's
Libido
into
me.
it.
Nice. Oh my
Thank you.
god. Alrighty.
Anyways, would a
yeah.
charm on someone who's already charmed override the initial
It
charm?
would make me look that up. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I would make you look that up. Because I don't know.
if you try to dispel magic on him, I promise I won't counterspell it this time.
Guess what Lyra doesn't have?
Okay.
Yanni?
And I also didn't choose that as one of Kasaria's prepared spells because I didn't want to cheese it that hard. David
They
already
just-
gave me some slack.
They just stack.
Damn it, Jim.
They
So,
just stack?
I think the only exception is harpies from the quick answer I can find. So that
Harpies?
just means they would be double charmed.
Technically, sirens are a
Harpies in
branch of
waiting?
harpies.
Yeah, we're not going to get into
just
that.
one big fuck up away from being a harpy.
According to the Odyssey of the Dragonlords
I know,
lore,
I
in the
know, I got
player's
you,
handbook,
I get you.
harpies are created
That will
from
go
Letheria
against you.
out of
You're
sirens.
arguing against yourself on that one.
I know,
Um,
I know.
But no, so you could try to charm someone, yes. That is
But
currently
it just
under...
stacks.
Exactly, it's just, there would be something two charms going on.
Well, I don't want him to just be my friend. I want him to be everyone's friend.
That should be a spell. Everyone's friend. You become a pacifist.
called Mass
Mass
suggestion.
friends. Well, yeah, I don't have that
Mass
either.
Spell charm. Go.
Or
Oh,
monster, yeah.
that's...
Suggestion is better on that
No,
one.
whatever. No. Okay, so I'm...
gonna need that.
Sucks. I don't know how to get people out of this. I'll see Bulbug run up here and I'll go. Everyone's charmed. We all had weird dreams. Try not to kill anyone, but if you can knock them out of it, do it. And I will punch Rhodus.
Make me just a straight strength check if you would.
That's
But
a
with
-1,
advantage
everybody.
because of the reckless. So hold Alt as you click that. You got this. You got this. Hey,
18.
Opa! You're just like, huh? Yeah, you should have used that axe. And you just go up and you.
I'm not mad. I'm just floundering at this point.
Yeah, it would have been one
Do
point
you just
of.
smack him on the nose?
Yeah, it would have been like 1 point of
Yeah, I
bludgeoning damage.
backhand him. Yeah.
But it's just your hand hurts more after that than his does. You're pretty sure. But there is that. Rhodas gets another wisdom saving throw.
I want to make it a 15.
Alright, is that what
Which
you rolled?
makes it 15 even
Yeah.
because he's got no pluses.
Alrighty. With that, the charm ends on him.
That's what I was going to do earlier, but I didn't say it before Yanni rolled the first time. So,
Oh, Lyra, I'm so sorry. What's going on?
I hope I didn't hurt you. I'm so sorry. Like I could.
He just kind of scoffs. You imagine if he wasn't raging in the middle of a fight, he'd have given you a little patronizing pat on the head.
Right. And then I will just run. These soldiers are the ones that attacked Estrella, right? The ones next to her. They're still foggy-eyed.
Yep.
I'll run. Maybe not towards both of them. I'll run here. And just be like, hit them. And that's the end of my turn.
You told me to hit them.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Alright, Casaria, what does she do?
Oh man.
Who's gonna get
She-
sacrificed?
No, she's not charmed anymore. She's good. She's alright. Oh, hey. This one that was in the Dust Devil, did he get to roll again from the Dust Devil?
Yeah, no, so
Okay.
not again, but yeah, he rolled and he saved. But he did take half damage from the Dust Devil.
Right. No, I mean from the charm, since he took damage. Did that make him get another save? or
Casaria
no?
notices that there seems to be no change to that soldier.
Okay. So it only works when we punch our friends. Noted.
Punch your friend.
Oh, so at this
Oh.
point, is everyone okay? That's what she was worried the most about.
Yes, everyone
Yeah.
every one of your friends seems to be
Right.
normal now. In control of their faculties, let's put it that way.
Right.
I mean, normal's a pretty high bar for most of us.
Yeah. She will. Is it a bonus action for that? Yeah. She will move the Dust Devil. Oh, wait. No, the purple guys are bad. No, she'll leave it there. And
She doesn't want to step into it herself. I will say that.
Right. I didn't know how far away it was technically. What does she have that has range? Produce flame. I think.
And then
that's it.
Estrella, you're in the wings.
She's gonna Thorn Whip that soldier in the Dust Devil.
Alrighty, get it.
whip.
All right. As the thorn whip strikes forward, you see the centurion just almost instinctively take the shield over to the side to hop on, and it's a miss as it's able to turn that aside.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Um
Anything is a bonus.
Druids. Dude, I feel you right now.
she's gonna
Endless
go for that guy
possibilities.
again. She just wants to keep him from hurting other people. So she will break concentration on the dust devil and cast grasping vine.
Righty.
She wants him. She'll cast it here, technically.
Okay.
So it'll pull him. He has to make a dex save.
Coming right up, marking the grappling vine. He makes the save and fails it. So he's pulled towards it.
20 feet. So he'll move basically, yeah.
Alrighty, cool.
And that's it. Now
Awesome.
her turn's over.
Awesome. That brings us to Estrella. Yanni, you are in the wings.
Roger.
All right. I'm watching everything around me in those 6 seconds, right? Does it seem like when people are being damaged that they're coming out of their charm, which is how I understand charms to work? It might not be the same.
It seems that indeed the members of your party, that has been happening to them, but that hasn't really been happening. You saw multiple of the soldiers get also attacked by the sailors.
Oh, true.
And none of them have broken out of whatever this might be. I'll tell you what.
All right.
Roll me a free religion check.
Oh, okay. 10.
It's weird. You know, there is that PHB and the DMG and all of the forums that talk about charms, but this doesn't quite fit the bill. This doesn't seem to be a charm effect. It's something different.
Okay. She's going to just see like the scope of how large everything is, and the only thing she knows to do that can affect everyone all at once is use the water. So she's going to go to the edge of the boat and she's going to just start conjuring a huge wave, a 100-foot wave. That's going to, she's going to try to control it so that it's only enough to kind of come, not enough to like tip the boat over, but just enough to come over and hit everybody with water. So I'm going to cast control water.
Okay.
I'm going to redirect the flow of the water, and I'm going to cause it to come towards the boat and lap up over the side, and I'm going to try to just like hit everybody on the deck with water.
Okay, so essentially like a
big wave splashing over the side. I don't know if I can control it so that it doesn't hit the bottom of the boat where it's not going to like actually rock the boat. What I'm looking for is for it just to like literally come up over the side and then just splash down.
Okay.
100-foot cube. So let's just give this a go, shall we? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Oh
Yeah, I'm just reading over it really quick to just see
Okay.
how we can manipulate some of the wording there.
Okay.
You can do flood.
Yeah, that's
that
exactly
just
what I'm looking at
raises
right
the
now.
water.
I was thinking redirect flow, but sure,
I
whatever.
mean, there's the
I would like-
capsizing part of it.
Yeah.
David, I think you know that's not what I'm trying to do.
No, I know.
Pretty sure I said twice that I didn't want to capsize the boat. Twice. Because
So as you're capsizing the boat,
yeah, as I'm capsizing.
You know what?
So, okay, redirect flow. You cause flowing water in the area to move in a direction you choose. So, if the water's whatever it's doing, I want it
Sure.
to come from one side of the boat to splash over the other side.
Okay.
My grandfather's Sidon. I don't want to name names. Like, no big deal. You know,
Not
I'm
the
not
name
like
drop.
I'm not name
Not the
dropping.
name drop.
Uh-huh.
However, the Titan of the seas is my grandfather. So I might know a little, you know, about it, but I don't want to drop names. That's gross. Nobody does that. So
Okay, trust fund baby. So you know what I'll give you for this one is a
Mhm.
strength save to try to not fall prone. How's that sound?
Okay, yeah. Well, strength is
What's your DC?
best.
It's not going to be you. You're not going to have to make the save, but
What is my what?
what's your save
What do you
DC
mean?
for spells?
16.
Thank you. 16.
Wow, Tyler.
No, I
Not-
just
It's,
saw
it's right
it from
there.
Hold on.
the
I have to
control
look at
water that
D&D
you
Oh
Beyond
put
to
yeah,
in
find
the
out.
perfect,
chat.
amazing, cool,
D&D Beyond tells me it's 16. Easily.
perfect.
I could just
Oh, get
I
out of here!
can't.
Get out! It's literally on the founder thing. Get out of here. What I'm looking for? Blah, 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 blah. All right. Right. Cool. All right. 2. Wow. 2 of them fall prone. The rest of them are save. I don't know who dropped that. Damon, get out of here.
I'm
As
checking something.
alrighty, as you guys watch, what does it look like as you cast your magic, Estrella?
Yeah, so she goes to the side of the boat and she's sort of like just like conjuring. You can see it's very clearly her, and she's sort of like I've never done this before. No, like wake up. And she just like tosses the water like over the deck of the boat.
And as you
Please
do,
wake up, please wake up, please wake up.
there seems to be lightning that starts to explode out across you, arcing off of you in like these flares almost, as they're arcing back onto your body as you lift up the water. Please work. It's weird how on the one hand it's like this cutesy little oh god, but on the other hand your eyes are alight with lightning. Your hair is starting to fly up as you seem to kind of lift off of the ground for like a couple of centimeters, and the water just pushes up and rocks the boat completely. Just kidding. Washes over the side there as multiple of the sailors. I mean, the sailors they've got sea dog legs. They're just like kind of keeping their. 2 of the centurions are knocked prone.
Okay.
Okay.
Wake up, please.
All right. Other than that, maintain concentration on that now. Anything else?
No, that's all I've got. Does it look like it worked?
In the sense that you knocked 2 of them prone, yes.
Cool. That's it for me then. Yeah. That's
They
all.
I get the hidden question.
Mm-mm.
They don't seem to
Yeah.
break out of whatever weirdness is affecting them. Yanni. it's your
Yeah,
turn.
and then so like as this happens, I'm like, oh, this probably doesn't look good after that whole Sidon thing. And I'm like lightning, like raised up, controlling water. I'm like, oh shit, probably a bad idea. It's
Remember
still
earlier when Lyra said you totally aren't evil and everyone agreed?
Wow. Alrighty, Yanni. What are you gonna do?
Alrighty. Yanni's like, well, if it's on, and pulls out a new toy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh no.
Is it a non-lethal fireball?
There's no such
It would
thing as
be
a
for you because
non-lethal
I have
fireball.
I have cool things.
He
But
does have
I'm
cool
gonna
things.
throw it all the way up here. So those 4.
Alrighty, sounds good.
But a non-lethal fireball?
If the boat
No, 'cause I'm
if
just
the
like,
boat
nope.
dies, we die. Just a quick reminder.
You just
know.
flooded everything. The boat's not gonna burn.
Yeah, you tried to capsize the boat.
Sure.
Yeah, the boat
Yeah,
only takes
good
half
point.
damage since it's nice and
Great
wet
point.
now.
Great point.
All right, 3 of them fail as they take the full 33 points of fire damage. The last one, this guy right here, he takes only half as he's able to save from the fireball. They're rolling back and forth in anguish, but the light does not disappear from their eyes.
Damn it. And given that Casaria seems to have the one below me in a pretty decent place, I can't move my guy, but can I?
Should be
I
able
can
to.
move my guy. Look at that.
Oh.
It never let me before because of not being its turn.
I tried to change it and it worked. So I just didn't want to
Nice.
mention anything because I figured it
Nice.
wasn't going to work.
For
I
fear
said
that if
something.
it didn't, right?
Exactly, yeah.
No, well done. Well played.
Job.
Uh,
Oh well, fuck.
Well, but I'm still not good with it. And
Well-
I'm going to kind of truck back here a little bit, and that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to the Centurion's turns as they are going to. All right, let's start out with the top one. This guy, Zibba dibba. That is official Centurion talk.
Technical term.
Yes. Is going to rush. Is going to rush over towards Brissa, but that is going to end his
That
turn
means
there.
so much.
She's going to stand up and then rush over towards that soldier. There's not going to be much more than that. Stands up. Oh, let me double check on their range. Nope. It's going to rush towards Brissa to right there. This one is going to rush over to here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, as you attack. Hang on 1 second. Would you like to do anything special with that?
Because David's gonna kill all of our sailors.
No, but I am
And
just
Yanni's
doing
gonna
it.
burn our boat down.
I'm doing it non-lethally. So.
Okay. Alrighty. As you strike across, we'll say with the blunted edge, that knocks them unconscious. But the light is kind of, as they're rolling their eyes in their eye sockets, they seem to still be under this effect, weirdly enough. But that one is unconscious. Okay, that brings us to this guy. These two next to you, Brissa, are going to make attacks against you.
Cool.
All right, first attack is a miss. Second one is a hit. As you take 6 points of piercing damage, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw con saving throw for your haste.
Cool.
Maintaining it for now. First attack from the second guy, miss. And miss. And this guy is going to kill that soldier, or sailor, over on the east side. And is going to start rushing this way. All right, this one keeps fighting the one over here. This one does a little bit of damage to this. Going back to a little bit more of a northern perspective. This one attacks the sailor north of you, Yanni. This one kills the sailor by him. It seems like the Centurions are certainly better equipped to do this stuff than well, the other peeps. These two, one is going to attack Estrella, the other one is going to attack Lyra. So first attack is going to be on Estrella. That is going to be a hit. Anything fancy before I apply stuff?
Nope.
Awesome. Alrighty, there's going to be 9 points of piercing damage. Second attack is going to be another 7 points of piercing damage. Oh, that's the wrong person. And then, Lyra, you have 2 attacks coming in on you. Alright, first one is going to be a miss, and second one is going to be also a miss. Apparently he's not trying to get that Hellish Rebuke today. Now, for the last one over by Bullbug.
Is Estrella concentrating on something?
Yeah, she is. You're concentrating on control water. So if you want to make me 2 concentration checks, so con saves. Do you have Warcaster, Estrella?
Nope. Actually, no. One sec.
You don't.
Yeah, no.
All right. So just 2 con saves.
Okay.
And then
One.
and control water fades because the DC was a 10. God damn it.
That's okay. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. As you're just like, oh shit, that was a bad look. And then you get poked. You're like, yeah, I deserve that. um, as remind me again. So that Centurion there just got pulled there, but is not restrained, right?
Correct. Yeah, it just pulls them.
Okay, rushes over towards Casaria. Let me check something on Bullbug. Really? Well, son of a
Does he
bitch.
have reach? Does he have reach?
Apparently the fuck not. So rushes over to Casaria and is going to make 2 attacks on her. First attack is going to
So
be a
the-
nat 1. What's up, Damon?
The vine doesn't keep him rooted.
No, it's not a restraint. It just pulls them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'd asked. All right, the second one does hit. Is going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and then Casaria needs to make me a concentration check as well. Oh man.
That's okay. She does have Warcaster.
Noise with advantage. Get it. Perf.
20.
Alrighty, Brissa. And you, oh yeah, you only have to make 1 save. So Brissa, as you are now surrounded, looking by a bunch of these things, what would you like to do?
So he's gonna call it. Just knock them out. Don't kill them. Sila, and then she starts swinging. Yeah, she'll just start swinging. So, I guess
Anyway,
it,
start swinging.
and then all these attacks will be non-lethal.
Roll me a
Weird.
D100. Okay. Noted.
I'm not gonna do anything special. Is that one still standing? The one I
After 14 points of damage, still standing.
right? Because I have 3 attacks right now. So, all right.
Ooh, alrighty. That knocks him unconscious.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Is he still conscious?
Sorry, I struggled with the conscious button there for a second.
I saw
with
that.
9, yeah. That is not enough to knock them unconscious. No.
All right, so that is 1, 2, 3 normal attacks, and then so I should be able to hold Alt for my
Shift,
right. It is
shift,
shift.
shift.
All right. I really just need to add that Pam one weapon back in.
Alrighty, and with that he goes unconscious.
All right. So I got 2 unconscious, and then that is all my actions and bonus action. So that's all I got.
Alrighty, do you move? Do you stay where you're at?
I'm gonna stay here right now.
Alrighty. You hear frustrated grumbling, seemingly coming somewhere north of you, Brissa, as the and you see the bodies kind of spasming as the eyes are still rolling in their bodies. The miasma seems to like push into their bodies. Again, it's kind of like it's almost like this thick fog, but only about a ½ inch or so deep across the top of the deck. This is weird. All right, Rodus, it is his turn. What does he do?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. He's got what, 40 feet? I guess so. So he heard Brissa call out, "Just knock him out" or whatever. Don't kill him. But in his rage and whatnot, do his eyes tell him otherwise? That maybe Brissa's wrong.
I mean, they all look like they're currently all surrounding Estrella and beating her up really bad. He does hear Brissa saying, "Don't kill them." What is the moral choice he makes?
I think he's going to protect his people, especially after he just tried to take Lyra out. He feels, even through the rage, feels a little guilty there. That's how I'm going to interpret it.
It just fuels the rage, if anything.
Yeah. Since he's already got the sword out, he's just going to stick with the sword. I am going to stay with Reckless because true to Brian. So let me turn that back on. There we go. Come on. You going? Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the only one who sometimes gets stuck with those.
Yep. So there's that, and target the one that's between the ladies at the moment. And hey!
Ooh,
Nice.
natty 20. All right, as you cut into him, you are able to definitely do some massive damage, slashing across the back as they kind of fall to a knee, but are not out yet.
I'm just gonna finish him.
Yeah, he still gets a bonus attack because crit.
Right. And he still gets a second attack.
Oof. All right. That, however, is going to.
Yeah, because I can't get over here. So yeah. Yep.
Bullbuck stands up as he's like, no! Gets on there, leave her alone! And is going to try to just non-lethally smack down upon this guy. Alrighty. Oh, actually, yeah, he would definitely be reckless about this. This is good old Bullbuck we're talking about. Alrighty. And that is going to be a hit on the first one. And a hit on the second one. Not enough to knock him unconscious, though. Alrighty. With that, you guys see Ophelia actually having a glow about her eyes as she slings out of on top of the middle section here, and then seems to dash towards the captain's seat. All right, the soldiers are going to form up here to try to keep you protected, Yanni. All right. Fighting for their lives here. Doobie-doobie-doobie. And that is all the sailors there. All right, back up top. We're back to Lyra. What would you like to do?
Brissa's the only one who is hearing the rumblings, right? The growling and whatnot.
Everyone is hearing that.
And where did you say it sounded like it was coming from?
From the north.
Oh, like at the very end, the other end.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was my dragon.
Oh, I thought it was whatever was causing this, because after it growled the last time, everything started to seize. Ophelia looks possessed, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And she went towards the seat, which means she can control the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far away can I do this from? I will look at Ophelia. Sigh, a very deep Lyra sigh. And cast Hold Person.
Alrighty.
DC 16 Wisdom.
And with that, she is paralyzed as it does take effect upon her. Oof.
And then she'll just be mad. She'll yell. There's something causing this at the north end of the ship, and she'll just start booking it. She'll probably take an attack of opportunity from that one guy in front of Estrella.
Mm-hmm.
But Oh, that was measurement. I forgot I was on measurement. But I'll move.
Don't you love when that happens?
All right, makes an attack and misses you. Wow. Wow.
Cool. And that's all I can do. So I am done.
Well, Tyler, now you get to play Casaria.
I know. She doesn't really have a lot of non-lethals. She will. Use the grasping vine to try and pull this guy again, I guess. Just closer to Bullbug, but away from her.
Alrighty.
So it has to make another strength save.
And fails as it gets
16,
pulled. He gets pulled back again.
17. I don't remember. feet. And then Kazaria will take a note from what Estrella was trying to do. And she will cast Tidal Wave.
Alrighty. Let me reread that just so I make sure I can get that right.
It's 10 feet wide, 30 feet long, up to 10 feet tall. She wants to place it. She's gonna hit one of the good guys, but she would place it here. They have to make strength saves, I think. Or no, dex saves. And if they fail, they get knocked prone.
And take bludgeoning damage, right?
Yeah, and take bludgeoning damage.
All right, they all fail. That kills the soldier.
That's fine.
It's true. That is a Casaria thing. As you see his neck just kind of snap as he gets flung against the mast. The other two also getting hit by that and falling prone from it.
You can bless us now.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I don't know if it has a range.
I don't
think
remember.
it's
You
just
tell
any
me.
time that she kills someone.
Whenever you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you may choose to immolate them as a sacrificial offering.
That's what I was talking about, that one.
As the creature is engulfed in fire, you and every ally within 60 feet. So, yeah, if she can do it, it doesn't have a range except for who gets blessed. So,
This is real dirty.
she would give it to everyone in the bottom half of the ship, basically. Estrella, Rhodus, Yanni, Bulbug, and herself.
Oh, it's dirty.
It does.
It's real dirty.
Justin's gonna be so happy because
Yeah.
do it
Yeah,
literally
you will
every
be.
session, and then he's like, "All right, fine."
How many?
Amazing.
How
Your
long does
death
that
is
take?
not in vain.
Oh, it'll be those two soldiers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Ophelia, technically, she's an ally.
As the body breaks into flame.
Hey, you got to use what you got.
I'm gonna have to double check on that one because there's some munchkin shit that potentially goes into that. There will be consequences. I will tell you that. I'll allow it this time for sure. There will be consequences.
Well, I mean, you've already taken away all of our money and killed half of our crew.
I didn't do that. Alrighty. Do you apply it to Ophelia, yes or no?
Yeah, I just said that. She would technically be an ally, so yeah, she gets it too. Hopefully we can break her out of it. Also, there's no concentration on this one.
I know. That's the part that makes it too powerful. in my opinion. Like that's blessed for so many people. Like that is one of the most powerful abilities straight up of that class.
And it's
Anything,
on our character who
Justin
doesn't
likes
really
to-
kill anyone.
As I say, it's offset by the fact that
On the
Justin
healer.
almost never kills something.
Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You see the
I mean,
sailor.
if you want it to be concentration, it can be concentration. I'm not worried about it.
I let's make it roleplay implications. It's more interesting that way. As the sailor burns into white flame, you almost can feel a sadness wash over you guys as you feel a blessing come upon you. The sailor just kind of shriveling up, burning into a crisp. Yeah, this is the dirtiest bless that you've ever felt. You do need some. You need some puppy dog after that emotional damage. Does Kasaria want to move though?
Yes, but there's not really a lot of places she can go because everything is raised, right? Or can she?
She could clamber onto
Can
that.
she climb up?
She could. So she could can get to the top of that this turn.
She wild shapes into a giant eagle.
Okay. One
And
second.
she's gonna head for Brissa.
Oh, I just realized I could have put that one square to the left and not hit that other soldier. Whoops.
Let me cast the wild shape. Let me cast polymorph. Oh wait, I can wild shape. Just kidding. No, we're wild shaping into that now.
Yeah, you're doing wild shape, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can be flying
You-
stuff now. Yeah.
Oh my god, so great.
Can you be a giant eagle? CR. What is that?
Oh, hold on. It is a CR. Hold on. I will tell you.
It's CR 1. You can do that, right?
I think so. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me check D&D Beyond where I can actually tell what's going on here.
It says it in the spell that she can. 8th level,
Mm,
1 wild giant eagle.
Awesome.
At
Cool.
4th level, blah blah blah.
Wild shape.
And Alex,
what?
did Foundry tell you
Yes,
that?
one. At
It
8th
did,
level.
it did.
Oh, Foundry told you
I don't know how
that
to
way
read
before Marissa
Foundry.
even got to it with that's
So I
fantastic.
read
That's
D&D
good
Beyond.
to know.
It has a
That is good to
beautiful
know.
chart. You just click on wild shape. It tells you, hey, 8th level, CR1. It actually says example giant eagle.
Yeah, it
is
says it right
true.
there too.
D&D Beyond. Ba, ba, ba,
Except
bum.
it's right there too.
Anyway, I'm going to use my 80 feet of movement. Right. And I'm going to Brisa. So I'm going to one, adu, arri.
All right, that guy's going to
What?
try to
Wait.
make an attack of opportunity, natural 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get wrecked. Anyone else?
I mean,
No, that other one tried to hit me, so
Okay. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
a little bit more than that
60,
so far. You had to move
65,
up a
70.
little bit too to kind of like fly over them. So you're sitting at like 40. You can make it right there with your 80, which is still in grasping distance technically. You cannot grapple Brissa yet because you used your action. Wait, can you bonus action? No, that's only the.
the moon druid.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to, because she's gonna get a triple opportunity attack if I do that. So I don't want to do that.
No. So what is nice about someone grapple pulling you somewhere is that it is forced movement. So you pulling someone out of danger actually does not provoke opportunity attacks. However, you cannot grab them because you used your action to wild shape.
But the flip side of that is 2 of those people are unconscious.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Also
two of those
true.
guys are unconscious. Or,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Awesome. All right, cool. That
I'm like,
brings us
"Brr, hey,
Yanni.
buddy, I'm here to help you. Hello, it's me.
You a giant eagle or a giant parrot?
I don't know. What sound does an eagle make? Who knows?
Add
Oh, I
more
just meant-
meta knowledge to my homebrew broken creatures. Got it.
All right, we're gonna start with the. Oops, that's Rotus's character sheet. We're gonna start with the sword attack, which I assume would have advantage with him being prone, right?
Should
It
should
should
be
apply
automatically
automatically.
calculated in too.
Yep, it was.
Awesome possum. Still
Cool.
kicking.
Did
Yeah,
the sword
screw it.
get blessed too? Oh, right, because it's Yanni's sword. That's funny.
I'll pull out the bow then, and
Actually, the sword would make the attack, not you. I think if I remember it right.
Well, it's technically an
I mean,
ally, David.
Fair.
the D4 was a 1, so it was a 25.
That's funny. And then
That's funny.
and it's funny that you have disadvantage because he's prone because it's with your
Oh,
bow.
I forgot. Yeah.
But that's still a
I
hit.
didn't think about
It
So,
rolled disadvantage, yeah.
Gonna
still up?
add your sneak too.
Oh yeah, sneaky snook.
And with
Wow.
9, that is enough to kill him.
No, knock him unconscious.
Yeah, no, unconscious snake.
I'm killing people. Screw you guys.
As you
We're gonna be stranded out in the middle of the sea.
It's ridiculous that this thing's magic and still needs people to row it. But anyway.
action bonus
yeah,
action
that's it.
moved. Awesome.
No, yep, I'm done.
All right, that brings us to the Centurions once more. This time I'm going to start from the bottom, and now then we will be somewhere else. All right, this guy is going to attack Bullbug since he's right there. First attack is going to be a miss. Second attack is also going to be a miss despite the Reckless. All right, moving over to the Centurions over by Rotus. They have their reactions back. Actually, this one is going to rush after you, Lyra.
No, not diddle. Don't diddle me.
diddle, diddle, diddle. Hey. Hey. Is going to be a crit on Rotus, but would have been 12 points, reduced down to 6. Then this guy's going to diddle Lyra. That is going to be a miss because I forget that they get 2 attacks.
Crabgrass does not approve.
Consent
Must
is
be
important.
consent.
It's
Oof.
true. It's true.
Trigger warning.
And second attack on Lyra. Holy shit, actually hits you unless you shield.
Wow. No, I'm not gonna waste it.
Alrighty, you take 10 points of piercing damage. Go to make a concentration check.
You got it.
Dead Sailor, maintain concentration. And the second one rushes in on you. Actually, both of those would rush in on you after they kill that guy. And
Cheats, guys.
that guy would make an attack. That is a hit. Let me double check. Hit even with a shield on. Another 8 points of piercing damage on you. Going to make me another concentration check. And their second hit also hits even with a shield. So 2 concentration checks.
Okay.
Oof, all right, you're good. That brings us to this guy who's going to stand back up. And potato. All right, Rush. I actually know has to go this way because he stood back up. Is going to attack this guy, which kills that sailor. And it's their turn there. This guy's going to attack up towards Birdstrea. And first attack is going to be a hit. Second attack is also going to be a hit for a total of 15 points of piercing damage. Birdstrea is looking a little rough there. All right, this guy is going to attack Brissa. First attack is going to be a hit on you, Brissa. And maintain concentration. Second attack is going to be a miss on you. All right, this guy, meanwhile, let's see. It rushes over there, climbs up top, and is going to make an attack against potato or potato.
Before he can get to me, I will use my reaction and attack him because I have reach.
So you can't attack him until he steps into that spot because he's kind of like down below and climbs up towards it. But go ahead and make your attack. So it will happen when he steps into that spot.
Yeah.
Anything fancy with that?
Yeah, sure. So that I can, get him a little bit lower, in knockout range.
Get it.
Mm.
All right, 21 points of damage is lower than he was before, and then he tries to make 2 attacks against you. First attack is going to be a miss, and second attack is also going to be a miss. That brings us to your turn, Brissa.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start with the one that looks pretty injured, and all my attacks will be non-lethal, as before.
Hmm.
And does that one knock him out?
On that one, nothing fancy to that. That is a miss. As blocks the spear with their hoplon.
Oh, sad day. All right, try again.
That one is a hit. However, anything fancy?
But he's near death, but it's so much dilemma. You know what? Sure, I'll do it. I have enough spell slots.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can you do a non-lethal smite?
Well,
I
it
mean-
only did 3 damage anyway.
I mean, the smite was the first part of the damage, and the bludgeoning was the second half of the damage.
What is the writer? What is the primary? I'll allow it on this one. As it knocks him unconscious, he is out of commission with this one.
right.
Oh, that was enough?
Mhm.
Okay.
On to the next one. Because I have another attack. Ah.
Hit.
And then I will smite on hit him. Just so I can knock him out.
Hey!
Nice. Not enough to knock him out, but good damage.
All right. Well, I will Pam attack him now. I love haste. And then shift holding it attack.
And that's another hit.
And then I will. See, I really want him gone. Another divide smite.
Nice. For 20, that also knocks him out as you see Brissa just like a twirling spear, just dervish, absolutely destroying things left and right, knocking them out. But still, there's that blood covering the spear from the sailor that you murdered.
I'm trying to redeem myself from the murdering.
It's true. It's true. You're the only one.
So I'm going to step
I
over
didn't
here
kill anyone.
and then step right here as well. Just around the bodies, and then some right next to the eagle.
Roger,
That,
Roger.
that will be it.
A frustrated growl is starting to pulsate, seemingly starting to bubble up the miasma around where the bodies have fallen into it, starting to obscure them. However, Lyra, around you, that voice seems to also kind of start to get louder and louder as well. The miasma starting to gather around the ankles of the soldiers that are surrounding you. It's Rhodas' turn.
Okay, hang on. There we go. So Rhodas seeing what's been going on. It's like, okay, I guess I can try and play more gently, and he'll make non-lethal attacks this time. And this. And see, it's just so anathema to him.
That misses too.
17 is a miss.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay then. He's gonna try and grapple with his bonus action.
Got it. Ooh, the Centurion rolled real good too, but it's not enough to overcome that Herculean barb. It is grappled.
All right. Then I'm just gonna shove him straight up here so that I'm still close to closer to Lyra, so that hopefully some of these people pick on me.
Roger, Roger. Alrighty, that brings us,
And that'll be my turn.
brings us to Bullbug. As Bullbug is going to keep trying to knock out the guy that is by him. Alrighty. Back into reckless mode. Oop. And attack. And with that, the guy is knocked unconscious. As he looks towards Kasari, he's just like,
Are you okay? Yanni! Oh no, Lyra!
as he starts moving in that direction. All right, ends his turn there. Thylea is going to try to break out of this paralysis. Fails.
Cool.
Even with the bless?
Even with the bless, she not so good at that. It's not her strong suit.
I don't suppose she gets a chance to break out of the stuff at the end of her turn like we did.
They're not as cool as you guys. Drops
Yeah.
down. Need to move across there. Let's see. All right, gets to right there and is going to make a couple of attacks against him. Boop. All right. He's going to actually just kind of stand there and kind of try to position himself between you, or between that Centurion and you, Yanni. Lyra, it's your turn.
Okay, so I know you said that the growls got louder. Did it still sound like it was coming from the same spot, or like it was getting closer to me?
It seemed to be right where you are, surrounding you almost.
Oh God. um. I don't want to kill myself, but I don't want to kill these soldiers either. Can I take a peek over the edge of the boat and see if I see anything in the water?
You do a quick peek, just a weirdly displaced, magically traveling water. That's it.
All right, well, it's getting mad when we're knocking these guys out, so I will Misty Step.
Now, mind you, you cannot non-lethally Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I know.
I had somebody try to do a non-lethal firebolt one time. I was like, really?
I mean,
how's that
technically,
work?
Eldritch Blast is force damage.
That is true.
But
That makes more sense than a firebolt.
It does make more sense than a fireball.
But no, I know.
So where do you want to? You have to left click where you want to tell.
I know. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll just go. I'm not worried about killing these guys with it, though. I don't think they're really that hurt. So I will Eldritch Blast this one.
You also feel a little bit hashtag besties off with Casarius. She blessed everyone except you. But, you know.
I was too
Um,
far away. I get it. The same thing just happened in
I
the last
know.
fight we had
I was just
literally an
messing
hour
with
ago
you.
when I couldn't bless Estrella because she was too far away.
Alrighty, that is a hit.
Okay, cool.
Allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly.
that one misses.
That
Right
one's a
before
miss.
we realized I still haven't been made one of the actual friends of the group. No big deal. Estrella didn't notice it. She's not keeping track of that. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah,
It's one less oath you have to deal with.
my friendship bracelet. I don't look at my wrists and like long be really a part of the group. It's fine.
Right. Everyone else has
It's not like
weird, like a weird farmer's tan around their wrist from the
I mean, it's
bracelets.
not like
and...
it's not like the other option for me is to like be the queen of like an entire continent or some weird shit like that. Like,
Right. That
like
wouldn't happen anyways
friendship
because we're gonna
bracelet
kill your
or
grandfather. So, but anyways, Lyra's gonna, she doesn't want this hold to drop, so she'll just run further away, but less close to the side of the ship now.
I don't know if I can get everyone now. Should be able to. Yes. Well, mostly. All right, cool. I think that brings us to Casaria. What does she do?
She's like away from all the action now.
Yeah.
Do the Hulk smash on the guy with the bind.
Right?
I vote break the charm on Ophelia.
I don't know if it'll work though, because she didn't get her own save.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, she can try. You're right. She can try. Let's see. How far can this reach? Where's it at? I just used it. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Oh, 30 feet. She's way too far away. She's like up. Okay. Of Kasaria wouldn't have enough movement to get to Ophelia, would she? Because she has to climb up that thing again? Or is it only like 10 feet to climb up there?
It's only 10 feet to get up there, yeah. She could make it.
Okay.
Oh, shit,
yeah,
but it's climbing, so it's 20 feet technically. So you have 10 feet from getting to, like, right there. So...
Well,
yeah,
here's the concern, is that the captain's chair is like right in the middle of 4 different spaces.
I know. That's the one thing that I hate about those. Wow, god damn it. I'll say, I mean, climbing up, you can make it right there, let's say, as part of the 20 feet. Yeah, you could make it right there to that square.
Okay. Then yeah.
I got you.
She'll try it. Does she just punch her?
Flame blade.
She will
Petrifying gaze.
We all know
almost
she would have her
stops.
hair biter. She would do the
Yeah,
hair
that's what I was gonna say. She's gonna do the snake hair.
Yeah, she would probably do the snake hair. Oh, of course, it's a nat 20. How's that only? Wait,
Why
what?
is it so low?
No. It's a nat 20 because it's an automatic crit. Because she's paralyzed.
On a held creature, right?
Mhm.
You're right. I forgot that's one of the benefits of being paralyzed.
Nice.
She could have just punched her.
As the hair, the hair just kind of starts to. There still seems to be that weird light around her eyes.
Well, she has to make a DC 12 con save.
She also did that, and she made the con save. Yeah.
We tried.
And then she will bonus action use a mistletoe to cast Cure Wounds on Ophelia.
Sounds good. Yeah, just roll a d8.
Yeah, I just wanted to use the.
Oh yeah,
use one of the. Gosh, David, yell at me. So, whoops,
11.
I rolled for Lyra, but yeah, 11.
Ophelia
So
immediately
she
like the
heals
boots goes,
all of the damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back up to full. All right, cool. Does that end it for Casaria?
Yeah. That's all she
Awesome.
can do. Yeah.
That brings us to Estrella, the giant eagle. What would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm a big fucking giant eagle. That's right.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna do a multi-attack, which I have. One second. Let me
Nice.
just
On the
finish doing
unconscious
the
guys, right?
drawing.
Just like fucking fairy bars. Fucking blood eagle suckers.
Just rips them apart with their talons.
Yeah. Estrella has seen too much shit. She's done with this bullshit.
Wait. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm so sorry. One moment. I just had it pulled up, but I lost it. Giant eagle. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So that guy's not unconscious, right? No.
The guy south
Great.
of you, no.
Great.
He's
I'm gonna
conscious.
make a multi-attack at this guy. So yeah, it's a melee weapon attack +5.
Yeah, you have your
or-
beak and your talon. If you go to inventory on attributes, then click one and then the other.
What?
Double click on your token.
Attributes? Yeah. Okay, double click my token.
Do you see where
Got
it says beak and talon with like a green?
Yeah, totally. I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, natural one.
New
Okay.
form, who dis?
No, it's cool.
Yeah, you're not used to being an eagle, even though you've turned into one like
Nah,
4 times.
You
now.
guys know she's gonna blame Foundry for it. Of course she is.
Okay, just so you know, I will screenshot it, but in D&D Beyond, I got a 16.
That still would have missed.
saying.
Yeah. That's true.
But it's also not a natural one. But it's fine. I have a multi-attack. I'm going to use my
Go
talents
to make your
this
talents
time.
attack and see how that
Yep,
goes.
yep,
See,
yep,
that's a
yep,
Hey,
24.
there you go.
That actually
Get
hits,
wrecked.
unlike D&D Beyond.
Or-
As you do 7 points of damage.
I hit for a 24.
Continues.
I
This is
hit
the
so
dumbest.
right on.
This is the
Literally,
dumbest
this
part.
bitch
This
could
is
have had
shit.
a bullseye on his heart, like a kill shot. I hit that and I was like grazed him.
Yeah.
He's got armor on.
He
I don't
does
want
have
to kill
armor.
him, so that's fine. Yeah, I meant to do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're being nice. You're being nice.
Non-lethal
Mhm,
talon.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at Britta and go.
All right. Yeah.
That's it for me.
What do you do?
Shit.
Oh, it's my turn. Um,
I need to bring the loud ding back. Bring. Stop playing Elden
Yeah.
Ring. Bring.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
cool.
That's more than half.
I guess
Nice.
I'll move this the 20 feet it can go. Shit, what round are we in? 4? Okay, I've used 3 attacks with it. So one more.
Oh, this is me just realizing
No,
the
actually-
combat tracker tells you what round we're on.
Yep, that's it. I'm finished.
All right, that brings us to the Centurions. So for the Centurions, what is it again? They can only make one attack even if they have multi-attack, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Max of 1 attack, -2 to AC. I think also to dex saves.
Remind me too, so I don't have to look it up. Do they get the save at the end of their turn?
Yes.
Awesome. Alrighty, starting from the north end. All right, the one that you just attacked, Estrella is going to try to make an attack against you. That is going to be a hit on you, bring you down to 1 HP. Second attack is going to be a miss. All right, Brissa, shenanigans.
Yep, I am gonna shenanigan him.
Yay, we love shenanigans.
Hey, and that's actually a hit. Special anything?
Yeah, no, he was pretty weak already, so I'll no special anything. But I mean, he can't move anymore.
Totally fine, and is going to throw his spear at you.
Oh, God damn it!
And that is going to be a hit on you. Go ahead and make me a concentration check.
Oh, thank God.
That was close. Alrighty, and then that brings us down to the guys over by Rotus. The grapple boy is going to attack Rotus. Single hit is going to be a hit on Rotus, and that is going to be 8, reduced down to 4 points of piercing damage. This guy is going to, so the guy to his right is going to make 2 attacks against Rotus. That is a hit and a hit for what would have been 14, reduced down to 7 points of piercing damage. All right, this guy staggers over, tries to make an attack. Is going to be a hit. All right, Rotus is tanking hard. And then this guy's going to move over and he's going to attack Rotus. All right, that's also a hit for reduced down to 4 points of piercing damage. I believe that's all of the standing Centurions. Yup.
So.
Alrighty, that brings us to...
Did you roll their saves?
I will now. Brissa, it's your turn.
Okay.
All right. Non-lethal again. Attacking! Woo! Attack
Nice.
raid.
Yeah.
That one is injured, so let me how many spells I got? Oh, I have plenty of stack levels. I'll smite that one so he can get a little lower.
Alrighty, that is going to be 19 points of total damage. Still standing after that.
All right. I will attack him. Oh, that was good. Third attack. Oh God! All right, what the hell, man? All right.
What the hell?
All right. Pam attack. All right, we got
That's a
him
hit.
with the Pam attack.
Fancy?
And God, I don't want to but I will. Jesus.
All right, for 19 points of damage, that guy is knocked out.
All right. And then that's all my attacks. Yeah. So I will. You know what? I will take a step backwards. All right. And then yeah, that's.
As you take a step back and you're maniacally kind of low chuckling to yourself, suddenly that chuckle seems to also come from around where Rotus is and right around your feet as well. But deeper and more menacing. Rotus, it's your turn.
We're going to stick with the recklessness of all of this. Starting with the guy I'm holding.
Get him.
Because
Get
I can
him.
do this.
Alrighty.
This is non-lethal.
Boo. Alrighty. Yeah, you're just like, and with the pummel, you break his nose as the blood just runs down as he goes limp in your hand.
I drop him, and I turn on the other one that I can see is still slowed because easier to hit. Yes, I metagamed. Get over it. And that was for the internet.
It's totally fine. I just get to make harder monsters. That's fine.
I mean, you know how the magic works.
I'm here for it. No.
So
Yeah, definitely. Like, no. You can totally explain that away. Like, Rhoda sees them, like try to bring the shield up and totally cuts through it.
And he's still up, right?
Yeah.
So I'll use the bonus action attack for the crit and click the right thing instead of the wrong thing.
Hey, that's another hit. And with that, he goes unconscious.
Awesome. And then I'm going to look at the other two and just go, ha!
Alrighty.
Just for fun.
Bullbug.
That's the end of Rotus's turn.
On the board?
Huh?
I don't know where he is. Where is Rotus again?
He's in between all of these people. Where Bullbug is, he's like in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. He's glowy. He's one of the glowies.
Yeah.
All right, Bullbuck, very much like, that was pretty good, I like that. As he, again, taking the flat of the blade, strikes down upon the soldier next to him. Wow, the first one is a miss. Second strike, also a miss.
Bug.
I guess I need to take lessons.
Should have left him the slowed one.
Yeah. All right, Ophelia is going to keep trying to break out of this old person. Man, that just shut down a whole other thing I had for this battle, damn you. All right, the sailors are still there. All right, this guy looks to you, Yanni, and just says, "You can take care of yourself, right?" And starts to run northward. Doesn't even wait for a response, just assumes that's a yes. And
Huh?
runs his spear through this guy.
That is for killing my friend.
As they drop down, and the blood just kind of goes over the sigil of Mitros on the shield. And this guy's going to go around to here and make his attack against that guy. And that brings us back up to the top. Lara, it's your turn.
Yay. I really want to find where this freaking thing is at. Did it make another noise this time? After we knocked out more people?
Mm-hmm. Well, this time it seemed to chuckle as Brissa is kind of standing there ready.
And it still just sounded like it was coming from everywhere.
It sounds like it's localized in two different areas, around Brissa and around Rhodas.
Oh. Well, shit. That just makes me think it's coming from the miasma.
Thank you, robot. Totally unrelated to what Tyler's currently going through in his mind.
Thanks, robot.
Thanks, robot.
I'll just yell. Bullbug, I love you, but I need you to go knock out Ophelia.
What? Why?
Because right now she's not her own. And
Okay.
I'll Eldritch Blast this Centurion again.
Get him.
Actually, oh no, it's just if you're next to him that it crits. I was like, I could technically reach Ophelia.
Oh shit. Did we do that? Also, we're getting so close to 300 follows.
Yeah, it's only if you're within 5 feet when you hit them, I think, is how it's worded for paralyzed. I could technically still reach her, but anyways. Yeah, I'll Eldritch Blast this guy down here. Oh, well. Yeah, I'll Eldritch Blast him. Okay, here's numero uno.
Alrighty. Obviously a hit.
Yep. And
Still
numero
standing.
dos.
Obviously a miss. Yeah.
Is there anything else I can do? I just want to find a way to snap these guys out of it. Nope. That's it for me.
Sounds good. As you're thinking, sorry, I just want to call this out. We are at 296 follows. We're 4 away from 300. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. Just a quick thank you. Tyler, what does Kasari do?
Well, hitting Ophelia didn't break her out. So now I guess we're just gonna try and knock her out.
Get it?
Sorry, I was reading.
So much. It's so much, I know.
God damn it, you two.
20 feet,
Just say it out loud.
20 feet. It's a column. It's a circle. It's a square. It's a lot of druid shit that's really confusing. Tell you.
I think her Thorn Whip technically does more damage. So that's what she will do instead of her hair. Thorn Whip.
Could just petrify her. I'm just kidding.
That is a thing. That's true.
Yeah, we have 5th level spells now.
And diamonds.
I was meaning it as a joke, but
Well, I mean,
They're not pimp, these guys. They're gonna.
I mean,
Yeah.
it basically
the shit out of
costs us
that.
1 diamond at this point.
the Medusa Petrify
Oh.
is such a low DC.
Oh, if
for
we
it
get the
to
fucking
start.
bag back. Never mind me.
yeah, I was gonna say we lost all our money, so we don't actually have those diamonds.
Right.
Allegedly. Could have just been an illusion. Plus, I saw where the bag
Hi,
of
have you
holding
met
went
David?
Yeah.
down. I saw where it went down.
thought it-
Ocean and I were like this.
Oh yeah, the ship has been traveling this entire time.
I
course
played a
it is.
campaign with David. He doesn't like to give the
Ocean smotion.
The ship
I
has been
can breathe
traveling.
underwater. I can
Who's
walk
been controlling
underwater,
the ship,
and I can
David?
part the water.
All of the sailors are fighting, David. Who's been moving the ship?
There's still people under downstairs. There's not all the people that are on the ship.
Why does it even have
You know what the good
masks?
news is?
Anyway.
They threw away their own money. Like, why'd you do that? We just paid you. Why'd you throw it over? What happened? Not our fault.
I mean, technically, I'm the one who threw it. But anyways, yeah, she's gonna Thorn Whip Ophelia.
Yep.
Thorn Whip.
Woo-wee. Alrighty, that is going to be some damage. 17 points of piercing damage. She is still kicking. Three, two.
That's it. I mean, she's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Estrella, what do you want to do?
I would like to.
Rage.
I'm noticing some like weird shits happening at the front of that boat up there. So I'm gonna, with my one little hit point, gonna and pick up Brisa carefully. My little talons.
Do you let yourself get picked
Okay.
up?
Yeah.
Come.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go to Lyra and be like, "Brr, I'm gonna pick you up behind you. Put your hands up, Lyra. Put your hands up. I'm also
I-
gonna-
Put your hands
Pick up
up in
Lyra.
the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Hey, it's everybody's going. And then I'm going to fly them both as close to the front of the ship as I can
Yeah.
get, which I think should be fun.
Lyra knows what you meant, but she's offended that you assume that she can speak bird.
Jesus Christ. I think I can get to the front, but like if it's gonna be like a up.
So the shit that I've been
Situation.
describing, just so you know, is right there.
Yeah.
It was at Briss's
what?
feet.
Oh, okay. So it
What?
wasn't at the front of the ship.
So if
Oh.
that changes your calculations,
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah. It's at Brissa's feet right now where she is.
you can hear it. Like it's menacingly close to where you are, just below where you're kind of like currently hovering on above the like where you had kind of like swooped in.
Okay.
Yeah, I just heard it to the north, which is why I ran that direction, but I didn't know where it was. And then
You
it
can
just
now
started being
pinpoint it a little
everywhere.
bit more. Yeah, you can pinpoint it more. It seems to be the miasma is indeed kind of like coalescing more and more around those unconscious bodies.
Ugh. All right.
Do what your gut tells you. Just go.
Shoot.
First thought, go for it.
I mean, all right. I'm gonna I mean, Brisa's got this. Like, I didn't even need to come over here. Like, on the way flying over there, Brisa was like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah," and everything was dead. And I'm like, no need to help, Brisa. She's got it. So I was like, waste of a spell. I'm just gonna go back over here as far as I can get over here, and then I'm going to So that's my movement. I'm gonna drop eagle form.
Is that an action or
then-
a bonus action for you?
I think dropping it is a bonus
Reverting is a
action.
bonus
None,
action.
but you could say bonus. I
I'm
think it's
pretty
like
sure
any
it's a
spell,
bonus.
right?
No, it's
Isn't
not a
it
Well,
spell.
no, I
So
think-
you wild
yeah.
shaped. So that's why it's different.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
think it is just a bonus
Oh.
action.
Okay.
Okay, I bonus action, drop wild shape
Yep.
for my action. Boom, direwolf, or closest approximation in this world. Perhaps cute Bengal tiger-ish,
Aww.
you know, with
No, there
white
definitely
with
would be
black
direwolves.
stripes.
They're pretty commonly known, especially in the area where you grew up.
Or maybe it's white with purple stripes. I don't know. But anyway, that's me.
Hey, we know that all of your beasts are starry formed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Great.
right.
So cute.
Confirm
All
bonus
right.
action.
Hold on. Let me wild shape this shit
Thank you.
again. Okay. Yep. Bang. All right. And we're gonna direwolf it, which means that I have just one attack. Yeah.
That you
Oh,
can't use
double
because
click.
it's your action to wild shape.
Yeah. No, I'm here though, and I'm looking. I'm like,
You looking menacingly as fuck. Yeah.
and I'm like, you know, like kind of cute starry form.
Wow, that direwolf sounds like a cat. This is
Yeah, I
really
was like, wait, what?
confusing.
It is. It's a
Oh
dire cat.
man.
Dire cat.
Also, thank you, Tyler.
With-
Brought a Viking
You're
with it.
All right, cool. Yadi, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm gonna hex the guy I have targeted, or jinx as Yanni likes to call it. And we'll say strength. If it comes to that. And then he's gonna shoot him with his bow. And Yanni's very much a zero.
Oh,
fucks
cool.
given of this
So,
whole-
oh yeah, they're all conscious now.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, the slope, but then I remembered that they're
No,
both
no.
unconscious.
Come on, remember the meta pigeon. I'm sorry, Damon knows what he's doing. Okay.
It's his spell.
Not always.
No, he 100% would know. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying as the character would know.
Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna, ting.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's a hit.
And do you just want to use the 2 that I rolled for the hex?
Sure.
When I cast it.
Plus, of course,
fine
your
with me.
sneak.
Yeah, sneak.
Nice. All right, so
Nice.
11, 13 points of damage. Not bad. Still, nope. Deadly.
Oh yeah.
He did.
And I'm gonna recall my sword since it's not close enough to anything at this
Do
point.
you have to use a bonus action to recall it?
I'm just gonna move it back next to me. If nothing else, that's a bonus action.
Yeah, because you cast Hex. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
Oh, right. In that case, no.
Um,
Because you have to use a bonus action to move it. Yeah, no. Yep, I'm done.
Alrighty. In that case, that brings us to the last Centurion, as far as I can tell, who is going to try to make 2 more very desperate attacks at Rhodas, and that's a miss and a crit. Hey.
Oh wow.
Quite. 7 points
No.
of piercing damage after being
And
reduced.
I can cast. Can I
So-
cast Woe as a big
Not on
cute-
a crit.
On a
Really?
crit is
What
a
a
hit
crit?
no matter what the number ends up being.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, it was on roll, which effectively
Which means it's just a regular attack.
Not cool. That's my
alrighty.
reaction.
Brissa, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So do I is miasma like pooling into like a being, or is it like
It just kind of seems to be bubbling into a little bit taller, like it's certainly like 3-4 inches off the plank now, or not the plank, the deck now.
I guess I'm gonna stab the miasma and see what happens.
Hell yeah.
You kind of strike into it, and the miasma parts around it, and then goes back almost immediately around your staff. As you try to pull it out, yeah, you can pull it out just fine.
All right. Well, that's what did not work. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else with. I'm gonna try and separate one of these bodies. I guess I don't know if them bodies being next to each other is causing it to pull.
Oh, okay. I had a very gruesome image in my head, and I'm glad
Me
that you
too. I thought
clarified.
Brissa just went full serial killer, surgical,
Listen,
Just take a
no
head off and just
judgment. We're all trying to figure this out, you know?
dismembering the soldiers as we're trying to figure out what's going on.
How do you work? Alrighty. All right, so yeah, as you take them, you can essentially just free grapple them since they can't really resist, and then you move 15 feet back. It stays kind of just still centered in that general northern area there.
Okay, so that didn't really do anything. All right, then. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do. I mean, I guess I'll move right back over there, like next to it, and just gotta
Well,
chill.
no, so you having to drag that is half movement
Oh.
for you.
But I
But yeah.
have double movement because I have haste.
Because it's hasted.
Oh, yeah, then you can move back over if you want. My bad.
I was like,
Silly haste.
and then
Silly
and then
haste.
it's just gonna chill here, I guess, and look at the miasma.
All right, sounds good.
What is a miasma? Can I ask that?
It's like a mist, like a.
Kind of a
Well, I
fog.
mean, there's
It's
different
fair.
definitions of miasma, actually.
Yeah.
Is that like something everybody? You guys all know what that is. Like no problem.
We're
I'm
just
only one.
nerds.
We're
It
nerds.
comes
We're
up
nerds.
real like
Nerd?
we're more nerd. We're
Never heard this
It's-
word
it's
before.
like-
I'm a word nerd. If that makes you feel any
Yeah,
better. Like, that's
same.
a specific
Cool.
thing.
I've
for
been
me.
in a dungeon my whole life. I don't know what a miasma is. It's fine.
Exactly.
I don't recognize it when I see it.
According to
Yeah.
Google, a
Perfect.
highly unpleasant or unhealthy smell or vapor, an oppressive or unpleasant atmosphere which surrounds or emanates from something. In this
So
case, it seems to be
it's-
like a fog at the same time.
I'm trying to think of a good reference, like a recent. Nobody has miasma in Game of Thrones.
Like a geyser kind of situation.
No,
but
it's
not
like
I mean,
Right.
just think
know-
of Stephen King's The Mist.
like
Yeah.
Oh God, I
Oh.
loved that book so
Like
much. It made me cry.
the forest and Curse of Strahd.
Yeah,
Like small.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that.
Okay, so we don't want to just say like a misty spot. We want to say miasma. That's cool. I got it. No, I know what that is now. It's fine. Yeah.
But it's a very creepy
Brrr.
misty
I
spot.
feel
It's
like there's
creepy.
sarcasm there. I don't.
It's creepy.
I don't know.
All right. God damn it. Rodis.
So Rose gonna
Miasma is just pretentious mist.
It's
Confirmed.
Yeah.
very pretentious
Some
mist. That's right.
fucking
It's
super
a
pretentious
LaCroix.
mist, like,
It's a LaCroix
He's gonna-
mist.
I am La Mist.
he's gonna start with a bonus action grapple on this guy this time.
Alrighty.
Cool, cool, cool.
Regular mist is limb.
Rolls really well, but not well enough.
All right, and then I'm just gonna toss him over the side of the boat.
All right. He does get a save though. Again, if you
That's
move
fine.
someone, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, moving.
But Rodus, we're trying to not.
We're gonna have to kill everyone. So that nobody can tell the story. of
Well,
how we killed
apparently
our
this
friend.
is enough people that the boat still moves. So
Good news is we don't have to.
This
pay
is
them.
non-lethal unless he drowns.
I gotta make
Yeah.
me an athletics check. Part of this, we'll say.
technically we can kill all these people and still get home. So
Oh my
Oh,
god,
that
with
was-
advantage. The guy
that was
somehow
super
hangs on
low.
as you're trying to like move him over the edge. Not able to.
Ah,
I'll give
so
you
do
one
I-
more
does-
attack.
I was gonna say, does that count as a?
Yeah, we'll say it's like a shove. Essentially, you're trying to shove them over the
Alright,
edge.
so-
step on
I'll
his
do it.
toes
I'll do it one more time.
or his fingers, not his toes.
Jeez. Did he beat a 19? He beat
Hangs
a 19.
on for dire laughs. Like just pushes it. It's like a back and forth. Like you barely have him like almost over the edge, but not fucking quite.
That's
Wow.
cool. It is what it is.
Kick him in the face.
That's his turn.
Alrighty. As that happens,
Oh.
suddenly the miasma seems to like as he opens his mouth pull out of him. You see this fog and mist, the stuff that seems to be nightmare fuel just pour out of him and out of the people who are dead or unconscious on the floor as you see the mist coalesce together into the form of a odd demonic being. You see huge backwards curling horns that seem to be gilded. You see huge leathery wings extending outward, otherwise kind of like a lithe spindly form as however on its hip you see what seems to be a very familiar bag of holding that you had received from Valis, kind of just loosely tied to its little loincloth-esque belt.
And I'm grappling this thing.
Nope. This is
Okay.
pushing out of there. But because it is getting late, and because you guys are some people down,
No.
and because there's going to be a second one of these ones appearing to the north, we're gonna leave it there for this week and pick it up again next week.
Can we finish the round, David? Does Bulba go smack Ophelia? I don't think he has enough movement.
I mean, that is what you told him to do, so he's going to smack Ophelia.
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's what I want him to do, but I don't know if he can get there
He can
and still smack
certainly.
her.
I mean, he can rush. He sees the new threat.
But I want him to knock out Ophelia.
Yeah, he would have to dash. That's pretty much as far as
Yeah,
he can make
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But anyway, so we'll say, just remind me that Bullbug did that because he doesn't get a double turn. But anyway, that is where we're going to pick it up next week, y'all. There's going to be a whole bunch of shenanigans that are going to appear out of that.
All right.
Get ready for
No.
those shenanigans. All
No.
right, y'all.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much
You
for
can-
watching for this much. No. We'll get to Ophelia's save if Ophelia has a save. If she has a save, she has a save. Just because I don't want to.
I know.
But I just want to make sure that we have everyone for this also next week.
You don't want
too.
to what? You don't want to kill one of our characters when we're not here? Is that what you're trying to say, David?
Because you've already done that.
'Cause I know
once.
it's that you want to kill our characters. It's just I think maybe not when we're not here.
It just
is
slips
what
out
the
sometimes. Okay.
caveat is.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back again next
Bye.
Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. if you're Mountain, like like a couple of us here. Thank you guys so much for following. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. We started this about a year ago, and we're at almost 300 followers. Thank you guys.
And we're doing a giveaway.
Doing a giveaway. I forgot during the break. We're doing a giveaway pretty much every month. We're going to extend it this month just because of paternity leave craziness for me. So starting now until the end of April, if you follow, you're automatically entered. We absolutely appreciate every sub, every cheer. Who was your friend, Estrella, that came in and was just like a crazy drop of
Drunky.
oh my god.
Junkrat. He's an awesome streamer. He streams like Overwatch and a bunch of other fun stuff. He's awesome. So go check him out.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Drunky. Thank all of you guys. Tune in again next week. I'm gonna be looking for a raid. Damon, tell us more about what did they talk about with the Witcher stuff? Is there any more detail that you want to share?
I mean, not really. I just saw that it had been
Cool.
announced that CDPR is
Yes.
back on the Witcher wagon, but from what little bit I saw, it looks like it's probably not going to be Geralt. It looks like it's going to be a
that
new
doesn't make sense to me because don't you think they should like continue it from the shows?
I mean, yes and no. They're still building on the hype for the universe that the show creates, but they have said
Geralt
they have
is
said
the
that
center of
Geralt's
the
story
universe.
is done as far as they're concerned. They've said that before, so they could always go back on that. But
I disagree.
I mean, the
They
show
I
said
is
think
that-
Geralt
still
is the main event.
the show is still
Personally.
moving into stuff
Prove
that's
me
already
wrong.
happened in the games, though, right?
what if
It's
they
starting
make
to
it,
sound like that meme where it's
is the
like
main
I'm
event.
watching Witcher for the storyline, but it's like all of these Henry
Oh.
Cavill just like
Yeah.
completely shirtless.
Me
like,
too.
Yeah.
Speaking of beams, can we post links in the chat? I want to give
Oh,
everyone this
yes.
TikTok so we know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. Yeah, here, just go ahead and paste it. God damn it. This is not approved by me. I don't know what's happening there.
It is happening.
we just make it up as we go.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
think so.
TikTok that I was referencing. So you're welcome.
Ooh, they actually are using minis. This is awesome. Hero Zone. I'm excited for this. Alrighty, y'all. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. I'm excited to have the whole crew back together. Justin at the new place too. Thank you, players. I've missed y'all. I've missed y'all so much. I love the story so much. Like going.
Yeah, it didn't really
over-
feel like it, David.
Oh,
to be
stop
honest.
it! Stop it!
We
No.
were like gonna have a
Oh,
shopping
got
episode,
your
an RP.
dreams.
We were finally gonna RP and not just make everything into a combat.
He had 3 weeks of murder boner to work off. Come on.
We
And you
were
guys
finally
did
gonna give
phenomenally
you
well.
the story progression you wanted instead of just
do
killing
want it.
everything.
You just
do
want to
want
pay
it.
your crew for saving the world?
Right. So
Sure.
take a note that we definitely don't need 100 people because we've just killed like 10, and the ones that are still fighting are up here, and the boat is still moving.
Mhm.
So
liability at this point,
yeah.
right?
Shifts. With that, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you then.